Why Unsafe Moon? Unsafe Moon aims to break down the technical barrier presented in crypto today with a user-friendly and easy-to-use platform. Unsafe Moon is working to open the floodgates to millions of aspiring cryptopreneurs by offering a simple-to-use toolkit to build the project of their dreams. Hashtag the moon is haunted.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 898. And today we have two guys from the goddamn podcast. We got DarkMatter back again after quite some time. We got C0ct0pusPrime.
What's up? How you doing?
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
it's good to be back.
Yeah, this is great. So we have to say it. Yes, we stole your layout. Okay, we stole it. We used to all be on the bottom, and we got accused of stealing it. I'll admit it.
I came up with this idea way before any of you.
I don't blame you. I steal all kinds of good ideas that I see. If it works, it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just way more logical to put everyone over on the side. I was like, I'm going to shamelessly rip off of this.
On my way in here, Dave Chappelle comedy bit started playing in my car. Just was playing all the audio, and he was talking about how he was new to the game. He was 15 years old. He had this joke about like a Goodyear tire making a condom, and one of the older comedians liked it and said, "Hey, can I borrow the joke? I'm going to go do an audition, and I could probably get the job if I use this joke." And Dave was young, was like, "Sure." And then he saw the guy a few weeks later doing the joke at a club, and he was like, "Hey man, like I'd let you borrow the joke, but I need to have the joke back." And the guy was like, "Fuck you, I'm taking it." So for anybody out there that sees me stealing any of their stuff, chat anybody, fuck you, I'm taking it.
Yeah,
it's fair.
Yeah,
I came up with an idea for like ex-presidents, like X-Men, where like the ex-presidents get like inflicted with some nuclear waste and get superpowers, but like that was done before. Like I totally thought of it myself, but then I thought, you know what, that sounds like it would be done before, and I checked, and sure enough, it was done by SNL, Saturday Night Live. So I'm like, fuck. Does that mean I have to abandon like all my jokes? Like I know my jokes would be way different than theirs, but the concept itself, I'm wondering if it's just off limits now.
If anything you think of has been done by Saturday Night Live, you should give up because they're the worst.
See, I had the opposite opinion. I was like,
I'm kidding. I steal from them all the time.
It could be totally different. You could do some of the more unpopular presidents like Calvin Coolidge and Warren G. Harding and Polk. Those kind of presidents.
Happy Canada Day.
Oh, yeah, it is Canada Day. July 1st is Canada Day.
We don't celebrate Canada Day.
We're banned from Canada right now anyway. We can't even go. We live like 2 hours away from the Canadian border, and it's been closed for over a year now. So,
wow.
Yeah. Yep.
That sucks, eh? The road's closed.
The road is closed. There's this part of Washington State that is totally connected to Canada by land and isn't connected to the rest of the U.S. And it's ridiculous because the economy of this place is totally fucked right now because of it. Because they rely on Canadian tourism and things like that. I'll show you really quick. It's right here. You see this shit? Point Roberts, Washington.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
nope.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They get Port Roberts done got circumcised.
Yeah.
Yep. They can't even get food or water there. People have been having to go like that movie Alive. Luckily, a soccer team crashed there, and they ate the entire soccer team. But they're still they're hungry.
The foreskin of that peninsula or peninsula, if you will.
I'm a big fan of circumcising things, so let's cut it off.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Genital mutilation?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Some men are brave and admit it right there for everyone to hear.
Some people are so good at it they can do it with their teeth.
Billy always gets circumstantially called a racist all the time too. Like one time he was what was that story where the song played? I'll play the song for context.
Yeah. I was leaving Whole Foods. I was getting some food at Whole Foods Hot Buffet downtown Seattle. It's up the road from a venue I was playing that night. And I had to go to the venue, and I was familiarizing myself with the guy I was opening for. And the playlist was playing, and when I left the Whole Foods parking lot, it auto-played a song, and I didn't realize what the song was until the guy that was cashing my parking ticket out, old black man, he looked at me and he was like, he slammed the window shut.
This is the song.
Opened the gate.
You know what I fucking hate? Niggers. I don't like niggers.
It was so fucked up, dude. I didn't realize like this wasn't the guy I was opening for. It just got like put in the playlist, and it just came up out of nowhere, and I didn't even realize what was playing because I was just trying to get out of the freaking parking garage.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt really. I felt
It was on
really
your
bad.
Spotify playlist?
It was on the playlist of the guy that I was listening to. Like all the recommended music was the playlist. So once I got through a few of his songs, it played other adjacent music.
Yeah. You're adjacent to that song.
No, I'm not.
Are you more like perpendicular?
Nah. That's like saying that you're responsible for anything you've ever been in the same room as. And as we know, you've been in the same room as Onision, Ben.
I have been three times.
What if it was adjacent about the former part of the statement, but not the latter? Like, what if he was just listening to a song called "I Don't Like Racism," right?
I wasn't. Though.
So the next song is "I Don't Like," milkshakes, or I don't like, and then this one came up.
A-OK.
Hey, what song was that just came on Dark Matter?
Huh?
What was the song?
Exactly.
I'm afraid to even type it in. When I search it, I just typed in "I don't like N."
I type it all the time.
You type it all the time?
Yeah, if I have to search for something, if I'm looking for something specific and that's the trigger, I'm gonna type it in. I'm not scared of the fucking word.
How many
shopping at Target.com? He's like searching for. He's like, I hate.
I didn't type it in
No
on
search
Spotify.
results.
It just automatically played that when I happened to be trying to get out of the hole. I'm glad he had opened up the gate before the song started, like realizing what was going on, because I might have been stuck in there. He might have called the police on me for a hate crime. I had to explain myself. Like, I don't know. Like, it just played, auto-played. I didn't search this. I didn't want this on my phone, on my Spotify.
And then there was another incident where me and Billy were hanging out with these popular IRL streamers. It was Ice Poseidon and Sam Pepper. And they pissed off a bunch of people and said some weird kind of like racist, at least dabbling with racist shit.
They were trying to be edgy and trigger people who had made what was the comment?
Where's the barbershop?
Asked, where's the black barbershops at? And the woman was like, "You can't say that." And Sam Pepper's like,
"Look, listen, poot, poot, poot,
poot, poot, poot, poot, poot, poot, rather." Sam Pepper's like, "Oh, how many genders are there?" Trying to trigger her because he knew she was socially, I don't know, aware of the.
She had blue hair.
And so they went in on that, and then she came and tagged us down with cameras and took pictures of everybody, and Ben and I were majorly focused, and their little asses were hidden in the corner. And Sam Pepper might be the man behind this big FaZe Clan crypto scam going on right now too. There's a lot of...
There it is. See, this was a Facebook post where they were like warning everyone locally about the horrible racists walking around, and it was the people in the lower right-hand corner that did it. But we're in like the biggest picture. And I haven't lived here that long, so I'm not recognized locally or anything, but he is. So people were like attacking him online, and there was a Facebook group of like local bouncers, and it was like beat up Billy the Fridge group or something.
Yeah,
like
they were saying, we're gonna kick his ass when we see him.
Yep.
And I was like, you could try.
Proof that I am almost as tall, if not as tall, as Billy the Fridge.
It's not true
in this picture.
It's not true at all.
Just saying.
Not true at all.
Photo evidence.
The only proof is you dress like somebody who's about to commit anarchy.
How tall are you, Billy?
6'2". I used to be 6'3", but I have a spinal compression. I lost an inch.
I'm 6'6", or at least I used to be. I just turned 40 earlier this month, so I'm like, that's a scary ass like number to hit, and I feel like I may be like 6'5 3/4 at this point, but
I'm a
big dude.
I just turned 40 in May, so we've got close birthdays.
I have this rule: whenever I reach a decade landmark, I have sex with somebody 10 years younger than me.
Wait, how did that work?
What were you doing when you were 20?
Yeah.
He's not going to say it. What's the best part about fucking 26-year-olds?
There's 20 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
What? These are corny jokes that people tell when they're alone, and you know what? We're not alone. And so I'm not going to let you tell them alone.
Everyone, please like the stream. We're going to move into the news segment. Here we go. DP Action News is starting now.
Big problem, sir. It got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
All right. So I did not expect at all for Bill Cosby to be released.
Now, he's not out because he was proven innocent.
Right.
He's out because of a technicality.
Well, the technicality is called the Constitution, right? Like the Fifth Amendment, right? I mean, he was tricked into incriminating himself.
Yeah, he was told that charges would not be filed by one prosecutor when they had a civil suit going on. And then later on, when it was another prosecutor that was in there, he decided he was going to file charges on it. And so when I guess they looked back at that and decided that, from my understanding, that's the way.
Is one prosecutor bound by what another prosecutor says?
That's kind of what the whole Supreme Court. Well, it was part of it anyway, and they found in favor of good old JELLO.
Did you read his Twitter post after he got out?
Yeah, I did see
that. It's all over the place.
My story never changed. Well, you said yourself that you did it.
You might not know this. I couldn't believe it when I heard it, but I looked it up to confirm it. The prosecutor that we're talking about, the first one that made the deal, that's basically the reason Bill Cosby got out, was one of Trump's lawyers at his impeachment hearing.
Yeah, his second impeachment trial.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Isn't that
all around me are familiar faces. Oof. Are we getting?
Here's some video from right after Cosby got out. I'll fast forward.
Saying that Mr. Cosby had immunity, this U.S. citizen who served our country in the Navy, not just in the Navy, but he served our country in so many different ways through his celebrity, him and Mrs. Cosby. Mr. Cosby has always used his celebrity, his name, his likeness, to to uplift.
The only reason he's out is because he had the resources to fight this, despite him being in prison.
This guy's saying that Cosby's always uses celebrity to do what? Is he going to say uses celebrity to get allegedly what 59 women said he did to them, and then what he also said he did under the idea that he wouldn't be charged with it? Is that what he uses celebrity to do? Is that where we're going with this? Let's finish this one off.
This is a man.
Am I allowed to say that his nose looks like something off a puppet on Sesame Street or something?
Oh yeah.
And who refused to perform at the White House with Nixon.
Talk about it.
Nixon put him on a communist list in the 60s, along with so many other great names.
Okay,
like
but
Nixon.
all of this shit is irrelevant. If you do something wrong, it doesn't matter how much good shit you did. You know, you still wronged somebody. It doesn't matter to your victim.
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't matter that he served in the Navy. It doesn't like any of the stuff he did.
Nixon did a lot of stuff that was wrong as well. Like, you move on from that. You don't go out of the Navy and say, well, I did my good deed. Would you like a drink?
Gregory, Jane Fonda. How could a man who was being watched by the FBI every day be raping and drugging women in the 60s or 70s, especially a black man? Today, innocence came to Mr. Cosby with the help of these.
It's not innocence. It's just the verdict was overturned.
Wonderful attorneys.
Yes.
To his right, you will see Miss Jennifer Bunjean. She argued the appeal.
I am seeing a surprising amount of people on Twitter, which doesn't lend much to the argument, but there's a lot of people being like, yeah, Bill Cosby, free.
Tariq Nasheed's very happy.
Yeah, he's at the front of it.
He's
at the
very
forefront.
happy.
Yep. They're saying, like, this was a black person being unfairly targeted. So.
To my left, you see Brian Perry.
Yes.
To Brian's left, Ashley Cohen. And then you have Haley Cohen. These are women and men.
They kick ass.
Who from all.
There's like a peanut gallery there where they're like, yeah, they kick ass.
But, like, who are these random ass people that he just introduced?
I think they might be lawyers.
I think these are people that Bill Cosby definitely did not rape, so they're here to testify on his behalf that they were not personally violated by Bill Cosby. So
Also, they may or may not be people who would definitely not be alone with Cosby and drinking drinks prepared by Cosby.
How could a man in the 60s get away? What you mean, a man in the 60s that was always get away with shit like this? Back when date rape was part of dating? I guess we've changed a little bit since then. But yeah, Bill Cosby was also a movie star and a celebrity, and I'm pretty sure they were getting away with a lot of stuff too. That's how a man gets away with it. Because you don't believe that the guy that tells you to eat your pudding is a horrible person.
Pudding.
Yeah, the fucking, I love it.
Walks of life. As I said earlier, James Brown made a song, It's a Man's World. There would be nothing without a woman and girl. Mrs. Cosby was that woman. For 57 years, the queen, the matriarch of the Cosby family, who fought for his vindication, who said he would be vindicated. And today, on this hot day, this is a hot verdict for us that we will forever cherish. Because we got one of the greatest, or the greatest entertainer alive today.
Okay, that's stretching a little bit.
All these arguments, it was the 60s. He's a good guy. These are none of the arguments they would use or could use in court. But, you know, now that they're out here, they say this stuff instead of the actual circumstances of his release.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they didn't just quietly go. It's like a big media spectacle they're trying to take advantage of.
I grew up loving Bill Cosby.
Me too.
I watched
me
everything he was on. I love Fat Albert. It was one of the few people I could identify with on television because I'm part cartoon on my dad's side. There was there was so much of my life that was formed by this guy, and I still love that part of my life. Right? You can be a creator and do great things, and also do bad things. And there's 59 women who came out, and they were brave enough to say something, and it doesn't matter.
Some of them are confirmed frauds, though.
How many?
I don't know.
Mr. Bill Cosby, this great American citizen, this American treasure, this icon, with us today. Allow Ms. Bungee to say a few words.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they went there. I'm pretty
that's
sure
embarrassing.
Janice Dickinson was confirmed to be full of shit. Like, she lied.
Where'd you see that?
I'll pull it up.
Because she went out. She was the first person I heard say that, because she was on Battle Cam TV talking about it before Hannibal Buress ever came out. She was like, Bill Cosby did the R word, not the one that makes you stupid. But
you did good, Billy.
I did good. Oof.
Here it is. This is from ABC News. Bill Cosby accuser admits concocting story for memoir. Former model and reality TV star. They're talking about Janice Dickinson.
Took the witness stand in Pennsylvania courtroom testifying in Cosby's retrial on 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault. Called the prosecution the 63-year-old Dickinson recounted a 1982 incident in Lake Tahoe, California hotel room, which she says she was drugged and taken advantage of by Bill Cosby. Here was America's dad on top of me, a happily married man with 5 children. Dickinson testified in Montgomery County Court in Norristown. And I remember thinking how wrong it was, how very, very wrong. She told the jury she passed out during the assault, saying it was gross. Dickinson said she confronted Cosby the day after the alleged assault, but he did not acknowledge it occurred. I wanted to hit him, she testified. I wanted to punch him in the face. Under cross-examination, Cosby's attorney Tom Mesereau confronted Dickinson about her 2002 ghost-written memoir, No Lifeguard on Duty, The Accidental Life of the World's First Supermodel. This guy is an interesting-looking fellow.
Yeah, his hair is pretty bad.
Mesereau challenged Dickinson's testimony, pointing out her description of the assault differed widely from the Lake Tahoe encounter with Cosby she described in her memoir. Holding up a copy of her book, Mesereau cited passages in which she described rebuffing Cosby's advances in Lake Tahoe, then popping 2 Quaaludes and going to sleep alone in her own hotel room. Dickinson acknowledged that she concocted stories in the book in order to get a much-needed paycheck. It's all a fabrication there because I wanted the paycheck for my kids, Dickinson testified, and their ghostwriter took poetic license with her life story. Seizing on her answer, Mesereau replied, so you made things up to get a paycheck? Appearing angry, Dickinson responded, they weren't there and you weren't there, and I'm telling the real story. So she made things up in the book, but she didn't say she made up the Cosby thing, did she? They got her.
The lawyer tried to turn it around on her by saying, oh, you made things up for a paycheck, and then that immediately damages her credibility.
Yeah, so it's not saying that he didn't do it, that she took back that she didn't do it, just that she was bullshitting about certain things in the book, right?
Right.
She decided to cut from her book the story of being sexually assaulted by Cosby after her publisher, Judith Reagan, warned her it could ruin her career.
I don't know. Let's see. This is some video of Bill Cosby, of one of the prosecutors that prosecuted Bill Cosby.
And joining us now is Kristen Gibbons-Fedden, a special prosecutor in the Cosby trials, who is now an NBC News legal analyst. Good morning to you, Kristen. Before we get into the particulars of the legal ruling, just your gut reaction when you found out that the court was vacating those convictions that you had helped to prosecute and Bill Cosby was free within a matter of hours.
Honestly, I was shocked. I was in disbelief. My co-prosecutor, Stu Ryan, had texted me and told me, and I was just in complete disbelief. And particularly since, again, I thought that there was no alleged agreement. We went forward. The Common Pleas Court agreed with us. The Superior Court agreed. The Supreme Court disagreed. But I was just in total shock.
You know, the court's ruling does not touch on the issue of guilt or innocence. It all turns on whether or not there was a valid agreement not to prosecute and whether your office needed to abide by it. But Cosby was triumphant. On the radio, he said, "This is for all who have been wrongfully imprisoned, regardless of race, color, or creed." Your reaction?
Also, before we get her reaction, here's Bill Cosby's tweet.
I've never changed my stance nor my story. I've always maintained my innocence. Thank you to all my fans, supporters, and friends who stood by me through this ordeal. Special thanks to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court for upholding the rule of law. Bill Cosby.
Yeah. All right, let's see what she says.
My reaction to that statement, particularly as it is made in conjunction with his other statement, specifically the one that this is justice for Black Americans, makes me sick to my stomach and absolutely disgusted. Because throughout the trial and continuing on now, he is trying to exploit the thirst that Black Americans, including myself, as a former prosecutor, have for justice in America for Black and brown bodies. The other thing I want to also emphasize is that 3 of the prior act witnesses.
I mean, he's not just doing it. A lot of people are doing it on Twitter, like on his behalf. So.
Kelly Johnson, Shalon Lasha, and Liesl Lublin were Black women, Black American women. And so this was not justice for them. And to put himself in the shoes of those wrongfully convicted is just wrong. Yes, the conviction has been overturned, but the merits of the case are still in place.
That is true. It did go to court. There was a jury. They did convict him, but Trump's lawyer fucked up. I don't know how else to say it.
I mean, money works the way money works in America. That's all.
Right.
Like you can pay into just about anything and get away with murder.
Right. Most people who go to prison for the thing he got convicted for would not have the resources from prison to fight this all the way up to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, this is a win for Black billionaires or millionaires. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the millionaires out there.
Yeah, even the legal team he had in the first place, you know, and all the money to do the settlements out of court, which he's done for millions of dollars already. Like nobody else could do that. They'd all be fucked.
And this is why the police absolutely have to adhere to the Constitution. Don't fuck around, you know. Because, you know, when stuff like this happens, and then, you know, even people who definitely did it can go free.
Right. Yeah, they're cutting deals. They're wheeling and dealing instead of just going according to the law. I don't understand why people are even offered immunity if they're suspected of something like that. Billy just sent me this video. It's Janice Dickinson years ago on Film On.
It's the TV station I worked for in Beverly Hills, owned by the billionaire Alki David.
Yep. Who's also been accused of a bunch of crazy shit.
We've got things to talk about today. How about Mike?
How long ago was this? Because she looks way more human here than
I
she
think
does
this
now.
was around 2013.
Okay.
Tyson is banned from Britain over a rape conviction. He had plans to go to Britain on his book tour to promote his new book, but border officials basically told him to F off because he is a convicted rapist from 1992. They don't like rapists running around.
Yeah, I believe the girl that he raped's name was Desiree Washington. It was
Poor Desiree. I wonder
yeah,
how,
it was a long time ago, you know.
If her anus has recovered.
Oh, wow, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like the former heavyweight champion is banned from promoting his autobiography called An Undisputed Truth.
Sounds like she takes it really seriously. I hope her anus has recovered.
Oh, dude, she
Like,
is.
What?
She is a harsh speaker.
She's harsh in many ways.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's about.
Well, you know,
about not committing the rape.
You know, I mean, think about these guys, these basketball players, you know, that make millions of dollars a year. You know, they get a little high. You know, they think they can stick their.
Mike Tyson was not a basketball player. Okay. Is she high? Did she strike you as someone who was medicated a lot?
I mean, she probably was on something.
Yeah, I think so.
Everyone thinks they can stick their athletic, huge African American penises in like little tight, 5 foot something, backup dancing models, and it hurts. At least try the KY jelly. That's my recommendation.
Oh my God.
She's insane.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you're going to rape someone, you might as well at least be polite about it.
I agree. What about, have you ever been...
I agree.
Oh, God.
Fucking Christ.
Raped?
No, I've not been raped. Have you been raped?
I have been raped, and I didn't like it. It was from Bill Cosby back in the day. Bill Cosby threw me down and, against my will, plunged it. And I still have post-traumatic stress over the situation and everything.
But she talks about it so nonchalant for having PTSD over it.
Well, I mean, she's in a zone right now where she can control herself and has all the power, right? She's on camera. She can relive this in a way where she's being very brash and offensive in her own right.
Has her anus healed? Is it better?
I hope so.
That's so messed up.
Every time, I hear, the Cosbys, promoting anything on television, I shudder. Had to have a lot of therapy about that.
I'm sorry to hear about that, Janice.
Yeah, I know, but we do recover because I will survive.
You're a strong woman.
I am a strong woman. I am Jim Dickinson here.
And that's not something that you just, it's just like blurt out, not just for the social reasons, but also for the legal reasons, because, you know, if it didn't happen, like if you can't, reasonably prove that it happened, then you're opening yourself up.
This was the first time I heard about anything with Bill Cosby because I was like watching, I was there during this, and then the Hannibal Buress stuff came out, and I listened to that on an airplane. He was talking about it on a comedy sketch that I just happened to be listening to on the plane while I was flying, and then when everything unfolded, it was even after I heard the sketch. Finally, someone was doing something about it, and I think the first time they came at Cosby, they didn't convict him, right? And they had to come back a second time.
Yes. Yeah, he gave the deposition after the first time around.
Yeah.
And then I guess this is the recent response
I think this
from
is from
Janice.
after he was released. Yeah, I haven't seen this.
All right,
How did you first hear that Bill Cosby was going to be released?
Oh, this morning when I got
she's
up
something
and rolled
else.
out of bed, my friend Stephen Lenahan, he gave me a telephone call, and he told me, he said, I have some bad news. And I was bracing for a hurricane or something, and he was like, Cosby's out of prison. And I was I felt like, first of all, really so angry.
She is not a good spokesperson for this. It may have actually happened to her, and that's awful. But
or maybe she's the perfect spokesperson for this. Is someone who has to put up with this stuff and be pushed back and told they don't matter, that they should shut up about it, and it's drove her to be a little fucking crazy.
I think she was before. Well, I don't know when this allegedly happened.
1982.
Oh, no, okay, 82. Yeah, that was forever
angry.
ago.
And second, I felt like I was kicked in the stomach in my abdomen by some psychic blow.
What
Psychic blow.
You say you felt like you were kicked in your stomach, but they're saying this is a procedural issue, and that's why he was released. How do you feel about that?
I'm angry.
Psychic blow sounds like a fantastic drug.
I know. I want to do
I was
something.
gonna say,
I'm
sounds
just
like
trying
powerful
to, I'm
cocaine.
just trying to pick up a little bit of weed, but my dealer had a little bit of fucking psychic
blow.
blow.
I'll take the psychic
And I was
blow,
like,
please.
sure, I'll take a ball of that.
Cut me a fat line of that psychic blow.
I'm angry they let him out over a procedural.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically all I have to say. I can't get into the legalese about it. I can only speak from my heart and say that the statute of limitations is not fair. It's not. It's just not fair.
There are people.
Did this have to do with the statute of limitations here? Or was something when they charged him the second time and actually got a conviction, they it was like right about the point where the statute of limitations was going to expire. But I mean, there has to be one at some point. I think, anyway. There has to be a statute of limitations at some point.
People who are they're falling on both sides, but some people are rejoicing and saying he deserves. It's only fair that he gets out. What do you say to those people?
Oh, I say to those people, you have not been raped by them. I was raped by Bill Cosby, and I know
If
that
they were raped by him, they might be singing a different tune right now.
Yeah.
changed my life forever. And that's why my heart goes out to all the women that started Me Too after I first came out on your show.
Oh, see, she's not even acknowledging the film on. So she's
she legitimately forgot about that. Huh?
Yeah.
She might have been high. We don't know.
The way she talked about it made it seem like she didn't it wasn't that big of a deal.
I think she half didn't want to be there whenever she was there.
She was just getting paid.
It was the paycheck, you know, so she would say crazy shit.
I think most people that were there were like that, especially the celebrities that were there.
When someone is consistent about a story and they're really scatterbrained and forget that they told the same story before and everything, that kind of lends to its credibility.
I just think people are ignorant.
People are ignorant.
Here's a clip from a Larry King interview with Bill Cosby from I think early '90s or something like that.
Yeah.
I want to show my panel a
Dr.
fascinating
Drew.
interview we found
Dr.
from
Drew played this on
1991.
his show, I
Bill
guess, at
Cosby
one
was
point.
on CNN promoting a book. He tells an interesting story. Take a look.
This is interesting.
Spanish fly was the thing that all boys from age 11 on up to death, we will still be searching for Spanish fly. That's right. And what was the old story was if you took a little drop, it was on the head of a pin.
That's right.
And
Drop
you put
it in
it in
a
the drink.
Coca-Cola. Don't matter.
It doesn't make it. And the girl would.
Sounds like Larry King knows all about it too, or knew all about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Man.
Take it and she's yours. Hello, America.
Hello,
Oh
America.
my goodness!
You've
Please
seen
tell me they played shit like this during the trial.
They did, yeah. They petitioned to have this played during the trial.
So this makes it super creepy when you've seen the barbecue sauce scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Cosby Show.
Yeah. So this is almost like, what do you put in there? And barbecue. This is now it's. I think he's putting Spanish fly in the barbecue sauce.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting everyone good and horny.
He was filling in. I think I don't know. He was filling in on the Tonight Show. I'm not sure who the regular host was at the time. But he had Sofia Vergara on there when she was not famous in the United States. She was new in in the U.S. And he sat, instead of sitting behind the desk, he sat in the chair right next to her. It was all getting creepily close to her. It was weird. It's really weird to watch it back in that with that context.
Yeah. And did he say 11? From 11 to death?
Yes.
Oof. Kids say the darndest things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole lot of creepy levels to this. It was different times. Yeah, it was creepy as fuck is what it was. I don't give a shit about your it was a few decades ago. It's still creepy as shit.
Yeah, now they're saying Bill Gates did some weird stuff. They're saying Bill Clinton was weird. I don't think you can trust any bills at all.
Yeah.
I don't think you should trust any bills.
Yeah, it was all the Jareds before that, and now it's all the Bills. Here's a little bit of that Sofia Vergara thing from 2003.
By the way, you've never heard of a problem with any of the dark matters.
Yeah. Yeah, see, why is he not sitting behind the desk?
Was he supposed to dance with her or something?
I mean, look at him already, dude.
Dude, he is smitten.
Yeah.
Smitten.
I'm here.
Hilton, do you have something to play just 4 bars for Sophia? Something you make up?
Yes, please, because I brought this dress, to dance.
No, not to dance, not to dance.
Okay.
For sitting.
To get in the mood.
No, for
to get
sitting.
in the mood.
What mood?
The Latin mood.
Well, no, I was frightened by the first fellow.
Oh.
Yeah, he gets kind of like touchy in this too. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's really long, but yeah. Yep.
This is really, really awkward.
Yeah.
And like it I'm getting like that secondhand embarrassment.
Exactly.
I can't wait because we know now what we know now. 20 years from now, it's going to come out that Sofia Vergara was tricking old men into putting their hands on her. And we're going to be looking at this 20 years from now like, oh, my God, that's Sofia Vergara. She did that to poor Bill Cosby.
It's
Or
true,
maybe
yeah.
not.
She's Spanish and she's fly.
Oh, no.
Good one.
Oh, no.
Good one. I like that. I think that's all we got on Bill Cosby. We do have something else, though. I don't know how much you guys were following the whole Chris Hansen thing over the last few years when he went after Onision and all that stuff.
Very lightly. Like I have a base understanding of it. But yeah, I'd be happy to hear like details or be filled in a little bit.
Totally out of the loop.
He's a confirmed grifter. He has a long history. He kind of coasts along through life because of the legacy of the To Catch a Predator show. Most people know him from that and don't know that, he's been to jail for ripping people off. He created like this Kickstarter campaign and never fulfilled all of the perks for it. I mean, there's just a long list of it. He took a bunch of Onision accusers stories and then sold them to Discovery Channel to make a documentary where he got paid and was given all the credit in it. Like he discovered Onision and discovered all the stuff.
Ben, you're kind of wasting your breath here. You could just tell everybody he's from Michigan.
He is from Michigan too, by the way.
Oh,
he's disgusting.
Say no more.
Yeah. So there's a warrant out for his arrest right now.
After failing to appear in court.
Yes. And this is very similar to... he claimed to have evidence on a laptop that was going to take Onision down. But for some reason, his assistant had to hold this laptop in his possession for a super long time to the point where it wasn't even... credible evidence anymore. So now he's in trouble because he's not returning evidence, right?
Is that an arrest warrant is now out for television star Chris Hansen after he failed to appear in a Michigan courtroom on Thursday. Shiawassee County Prosecuting Attorney Scott Corner has confirmed that a bench warrant is out for Chris Hansen. Hansen was arrested for larceny in 2019. Corner says Hansen failed to respond to a subpoena Thursday in court to present records related to the Shiawassee County sting operation that Hansen was involved in back in October.
Right.
Hansen was once the host of the popular show To Catch a Predator.
Yeah. Yeah. He does a low budget version of that show on YouTube now. He can't afford the bait house. He tricks these guys into going into this cheap hotel room. It's just really, it's sad. Ugh. And obviously evidence shouldn't be trusted with this guy. And the whole reason the show was canceled is because one of his stings led to one of the suspects blowing his brains out because they did something they never did before. They went to the predator instead of having them come to where they are.
Yeah, because they found out that he was
he was a prosecutor.
Yeah, he was a higher up. That's why when they found out that's who they were talking to, they really wanted that to happen. So they really pursued it. Then he killed himself.
Right.
So yeah, that's.
And there was a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're bound to go through some shit like that. You better have a good legal team.
Yeah. I don't think Chris Hansen's cut out for this anymore. If he ever was.
I mean, he's just catching a paycheck now. He doesn't care.
I don't know. Yeah, he's pretty fucking terrible. I don't like him.
There's a lot of cringe going on with him.
Yeah,
You don't think he's a sweet boy?
Even from To Catch a Predator, like the way he talks and everything is always irked me. You know what I mean? It doesn't.
Right.
It sounds like he's fucking constantly playing it up, and
I speak in a way that makes you think this is very important.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, when he first got into the whole Onision thing, there were people that were like telling us that we should never talk shit about Chris Hansen, even if it's true.
He's a save the day.
Right. You were getting like DMs, right?
If we denigrate Chris Hansen and Onision, we'll never go to prison.
Right.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I will say this is more. There's been more court cases for Chris Hansen than Onision.
Yep.
I think the only court case I can remember Onision being a part of was the wetlands, and then the one he filed against the wrong Chris Hansen.
I didn't go to court.
I didn't go to court.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was legal trouble. He didn't even go. I didn't go to court.
Yeah.
What would you do? There were sticker bushes, and my children play out there. What would you do?
When you ask him a question, he deflects so hard.
Yeah.
Onision. He's just, he's slimy. Oh, I saw this. I thought this was interesting.
Rudy Giuliani. Oh man! Ever since I saw the
when he was a
clip
fat little kid
of him, yeah, it's a fat little kid, and then Chris Farley playing him.
Yeah,
I can't not look at him now without remembering that. Rudy Giuliani's son Andrew gets 0 votes from GOP leaders in bid for New York governor. Oops.
Wow.
Yeah. So they.
What is with this new American trend of like almost like royalty, where your kid, if you're in politics, then your kids get into it.
You think this is new?
It's political nepotism.
No.
Remember John Adams?
John Quincy.
Oops, this is not new. This is royalty. This is American royalty.
Yeah.
The Kennedys, everybody. It's always, and it's not just politics. It's all affluence. It's if you have any sort of connection, once you're in, it's hard to fall out. Look at Hunter Biden, who wrote a freaking memoir about doing cocaine with crack hoes. And he's getting this second chance at being maybe the future of modern art.
I love
Hunter Biden.
The leaked text messages. Where
they're nuts.
He's like calling his buddy the N-word.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And he's digging in on this guy, and then out of nowhere, when the guy's finally like done,
he's like, but
putting up with him. And it's a lawyer who's paid to talk to him. Yeah. And then he comes out of nowhere, like, but seriously, man, we all got to do what we got to do. This gets all introspective after dropping the bomb and fucking with the guy. Hunter Biden is a lot like Marlon Brando. I've been reading a lot about Marlon Brando lately. I think they're the same.
Is he bisexual?
You think Hunter Biden isn't into both?
I don't know.
I bet you he's a hole is a hole is a hole. That'll be Hunter Biden's next book.
I bet you he's seen miles of dick.
I like how the MAGA people think that regular everyday Joes care about fucking Hunter Biden, like especially left wingers, Democrats. Like people don't give a shit about Hunter Biden.
Not really.
I care about Hunter Biden. I think he is an absolute psychopath, and I want to party with him sometime. Next time he relapses, I hope I'm in the same hotel as him, because I'm going to do some coke and bang some prostitutes in front of a Squirtle plushie. I'm there for it. But yeah, that's the only reason I care for Hunter Biden. I don't.
That's why we're searching, and he put for my penis.
Yeah. And we will always be searching. And this lawyer gets into daddy issues, and Hunter Biden's like making these dick jokes to the lawyer who's being paid to interact with him. Like I imagine every friendship Hunter Biden's ever had has been for pay. Every person he's ever interacted with knew they were going to get something out of him, right? Like I don't. That's got to be why he's so fucking empty. All these whores he's banging. They're getting money out of him. Every single interaction. I don't think he's had a real interaction. His kids don't fucking like him because they know they just get money from Grandpa.
He called him Michael Cohen.
Wow, thank you, Michael Cohen. And he's just talking shit here, and then right above the to be serious. He's like, so to be serious. For
Wait,
one minute.
did they censor the middle finger?
Yeah.
It didn't work. Everyone knows.
Right.
No, they could be doing the peace sign.
Yeah, sure.
So he's talking about. He says, "True dat, N-bomb, but I'm done my rant." And then the lawyer says, "We will always be searching." And then Biden comes in, the absolute psychopath he is. To be serious for one more minute, my true and beautiful friend, the search is over when you finally realize the unconditional love you give is the end of the search. The love we give without. And this is after he's doing dick jokes and dropping the N-bomb and saying, you look because I'm black. It's fucking strange, dude. This is next level psychopath. I totally want to party with him.
I was not expecting to see the atheist statement in there. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Where was that? Was that
yeah, it's up there.
Because he says you bring in right one go just above a little bit.
Yeah, it's right there.
God loves unconditionally. Bo loves you unconditionally. Children are too young to understand what it means, but you will show them. There are ideals of unconditional love that serve as proxies. I don't have many. You, God. And then Biden responds with, "Oh my God, N-bomb, did you just lost, quote, a fictional character from the imagination of the collective frightened, and my dead brother's unconditional love is what I should rely on, and my kids aren't children, George." And then he replies, "My parents' love was conditioned." So he's having mommy, daddy issues. Wow. And Biden responds with, "My penis as of late has been unconditional." I'm going to take a piss because I can't talk about this man's penis without touching mine. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. Everyone who's watching, if you haven't liked the stream already, give us a like. I saw Repsion in the chat. What's up, Repsion?
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah. This was hilarious. Like, normally the whole Hunter Biden stuff, I just kind of laugh it off, like, whatever. They're just, this is the only thing they can find to stick to Joe Biden because they don't care about actual issues. Like, they could criticize Joe Biden's job as president easily, but they decide to, like, pick at his crazy son instead. But this was funny. This was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Dark Matter, I think you should take over and the reading.
No, that's okay.
Come on, man.
I'm fine with that.
There's some great sound bites that we could have there.
TJ's obsessed with getting me to say bad words.
Oh yeah. No, it's not only that, but it's like I use them for our Streamlabs.
Oh yeah.
Like we get interrupted by Dark Matter saying the worst shit. But I mean,
he pulls things out of context and then splices them together.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty fucking fun. Dark Matter threatening to grab you by the pussy, all kinds of good stuff.
We have these guys on the show a lot. They're Hannibal and Monty, and they do a really great show on YouTube. One night, Monty accidentally had a slip of the tongue and said something like that sounded really bad. And let me find it here.
And now it lives.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, because now I play it when he's on. Check this out.
I have fucked both of my parents.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I'm still not sure what he was trying to say.
Yeah, the context is difficult on that one.
Yeah. So,
jeez, yeah. Well, we catch Dark Matter, and they'll do the same thing because I'll be doing a dumb hick accent after a video we watched, and I'll say something like we have one where I'm like, I bet they have unpure blood or something like that, and so of course somebody is taken just that splice. It makes me sound incredibly fucking like racist or whatever. But if you send $5 on Streamlabs during the show, we get interrupted and have to listen to it, and you can physically watch me cringe every fucking time. It hurts.
Oh yeah, there's definitely more than a few clips of me like that out there too.
Yeah, it happens. You spend enough hours doing this shit, it happens.
Yeah.
Especially if you're getting inebriated and stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. Right, Billy?
No.
No?
I disagree.
Okay.
Everybody's racist but me.
Yeah.
I have fucked both of my parents.
I love it. Oh, God. Yeah, because most of us have only fucked one of our parents. He's done both.
Yeah, maybe you fucked both of your parents, but have you ever loved both of your parents?
Oh, you know what? Someone in the chat just pointed out, yeah, there's a compilation. I guess I say wow a lot. Because someone did like a 20-minute compilation of just me saying wow, hundreds of times.
That's it's like, what's his name? Is it not Matthew? Is it Matthew McConaughey or the one that? It's just a clip of him saying the same fucking phrase over and over and over. I can't remember who it is now. I thought it was either Matthew McConaughey or somebody similar to that.
Okay.
Saying wow.
Owen Wilson.
Wow. Owen Wilson. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Owen Wilson. He does. Yeah, he plays the same character in every movie that he's in.
I had the nose right. We're close. They both have that nose thing going on.
Matthew McConaughey is thinking about running for governor of Texas, and he's polling insanely high.
That's another thing. Besides the American royalty, is now the American celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that what's funny is like how much the GOP hates Hollywood, and their favorite presidents are both showbiz guys.
Right, and they would have voted for Arnold if he would have been eligible to run too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
there's
Demolition Man. Like the fucking.
There's also a chance. In California, there is a chance Caitlyn Jenner could win the gubernatorial election there.
Gubernatorial.
There is a chance.
Do you think that
that's a fun word?
I mean, do you think that they can get over their hatred for transgender people?
In California, maybe. I would think.
I don't
so.
think they're gonna. I don't think it's gonna be less. That's not gonna be the tough part in California. It's gonna be the being really conservative. That's gonna be the tougher part.
I think the conservatives love when they have somebody
There's
who.
a lot of stuff I wanna say, but I feel this is more important. Can you guys tell Gordy Sanderson aka Septic Tank Sam to rest in peace? No one should have to suffer as bad as he did. Screw Canada and screw their 60s scoop.
Oh, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
What were you saying?
R.I.P. I was talking about something and I completely forgot.
Caitlyn Jenner?
Oh yeah, Caitlyn Jenner. The Republicans love, or the conservatives love, somebody who is
like Milo. You mean right?
Yeah, someone who's
Milo, Candace
who
Owens.
plays the politics, the social politics,
and they
is that
don't
what you call
fit
it?
the normal demographics of the party.
Yeah, they will love that. Like, oh, you disagree and you're one of them? Well, you're one of us then. Because we're not really against them. We're just against the message that they deserve the same rights that we have. We don't want to change the way America was. Because America was really good for us. And you could do really well, too, if you work hard, get lucky. We've got to change a thing.
Here's something. They're doing this Capitol Riot Committee, and Nancy Pelosi appointed Liz Cheney to be part of it. Because she's an anti-Trump Republican, and she got removed from a lot of her committees by her own party for not towing the Trump line.
Well, tonight, the political fight over the Capitol insurrection has reached a new level with a surprise appointment by the House Speaker and a reported threat from the House Republican leader. CBS's Nicole Killian reports from the Capitol.
Less than 24 hours after an emotional vote witnessed by officers who were on the front lines January 6th, Speaker Pelosi unveiled her picks to serve on a newly created select committee to probe the attack.
The next step for us has always been to seek and to find the truth.
She sounds drunk every time I hear her talk. It might just be because she's old. I don't know. She's like in her mid-80s, I believe.
Yeah.
A surprise.
Like, you don't
pick
even
to
sound drunk every time you're actually drunk.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there must be something wrong with her.
Right.
join Democrats on the panel Republican Liz Cheney, who voted to impeach former President Trump and was removed from party leadership earlier this year.
I was shocked that she would accept something from Speaker.
It's so weird because, 15 years ago, Dick Cheney, I would never thought that a Cheney would be like the more reasonable side of the Republican Party. You know?
Yeah, that's how far it's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was ever that different, right? Like they're fighting for the same power, not us. They've been in cahoots forever. It's a ping pong game. The ball goes back and forth, but nobody really moves.
Pelosi. It would seem to me, as since I didn't hear from her, maybe she's closer to her than us. I don't know.
Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy denied threatening fellow Republicans that he would pull their committee assignments if they served on the panel. Cheney said she wasn't concerned.
I have not been, but again, my oath, my duty, all of our oaths and our duty is to the Constitution.
How did Louis Anderson get on the panel?
Always be above politics.
Leader McCarthy would not say when he plans to name his picks for the panel, but Speaker Pelosi indicated
This panel's going to be a shit show. It's going to be insane. I'll probably watch like an abridged version of it just to see the highlights, because they're gonna point fingers at each other. The Republicans are going to try to claim whatever they can to like not blame Trump for the riots.
Yeah, they've already blamed Antifa and the FBI and that they don't want to investigate it, which I mean doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Well, there's I mean, it makes sense because it'll make them look bad. But that's they have to pretend like they have to come up with other reasons not to have it, because they can't just come out and admit that at all.
the committee is ready to move forward with or without those Republicans. Nora?
Nicole Killian, thanks so much.
I don't know.
Nobody set Washington on fire. The Capitol was not destroyed. The building was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So?
Yeah, it was fine.
Hey, we all know.
Supposed to go.
We all know how the FBI and Antifa love to work together, behind the scenes.
Right. Yeah. That's what was going on. Like, kind of like how Antifa likes to work with the National Guard.
The message we send as Americans is that we don't let people walk all over us. It's been that way for as long as I've been alive and decades before that. So now you want to say as Americans, look, nothing happened. There was no fire. Nothing broke. Guys, let them go. That's not the message we send as Americans. If you want to change that now because they're Americans that walk, talk, and dress close to the way you walk, talk, and dress, we have a problem.
I think we're going to move on to the next segment, but if we have any Streamlabs, we should probably get through those before we move on to the next part of the show.
Yes. We should.
We should.
Matthew Krecklaus's New Original Music Weekly covers daily.
Matthew Krecklau.
Van Muchas again. Cheers. Septic Tank Sam. Gordy Sanderson. B. Ball Julian said the only Bill I trust is Billy the Fridge. That's a Billy, not a Bill, okay? But yes, with them thanks, trust me. Right, Lord Alcatraz gave us big money. Coop Car gave us big money. Lord Anuko gave us big money. Anybody out there wants to give us more big money, do it now or forever hold your peace.
And it would be crazy of me not to bring up the DP Summer shirt sale. All of our shirts in our Teespring store are 25% off. You can get the new one, which is here. I actually ordered a sample of this, and it's pretty awesome. And then all the old favorites, 25% off. There's a link in the description to get to our store. Go there. Don't miss out. It's the DP Summer Sale. Enter the code at checkout, DP Summer 21, DP Summer 21 at checkout to get your discount. Thank you. And now we're going to move on to something else. It's antagonism. Whenever it decides to play. Maybe now?
We'll just wait.
Oh, no, it's the old antagonism intro.
After all that waiting, we get an old intro?
Yeah, you know what? This one's okay, but I have to play the new one, right? Yeah, let's play the new one. I'll play the new one and get it queued up. Here we go.
I should turn off the goddamn internet.
People were getting offended by the way, by the first Janice Dickinson video.
Are they gonna touch me?
People in the chat were complaining about it.
What did they say?
They were like, "Don't play this." It's like,
why not?
It was relevant to the topic.
It was very relevant to the topic, and it shows you the type of person that Janice Dickinson is, and you could take her word for it or not, but what she said about Cosby wasn't proven false. It was just proven that she embellished in her book.
Right. So this is the segment where we just kind of play people that we disagree with. Here's Nick Fuentes on, because people always accuse Nick Fuentes of dodging Vosh for a debate, but Nick Fuentes does this thing where he claims he wants to debate Vosh, but then never seems to get around to making it happen for some reason.
Classic.
And then he's like, "I'd go on Drunken Peasants and debate Vosh," but then he's had us blocked for years, so he's talking out of his ass all the time. Here he is. All right, come on.
Vosh fans says, why do you keep dodging a debate with Vosh? Can't y'all just follow each other on Twitter and arrange which issues to discuss and at what time to debate? Doobie, who moderated your Discord AMA, would be a great mod. Yeah, I'm fine for that. I'm not... He's dodging me. I've said I'll debate him. But he says, well, there can be no moderator, and it has to be on my channel, and blah, blah, blah.
He's not saying
I've
that.
never said I'm against having a debate.
No.
I want to...
Okay, so he simulcasts. Like, he'll let you have it on your channel, and he'll have it on his channel. You don't even have a YouTube channel, though. You have a website, because you've been kicked off of every platform that you're on. But, yeah. Vosh will do it on his channel, you do it on yours.
I get the impression from Vosh that he would pretty much debate anybody.
Pretty much.
He doesn't seem like the kind of person that would chicken out.
No, not at all. I mean, we had him debate the creator of Earthworm Jim on our show because
I remember that.
Yeah, it's Doug TenNapel is a very religious, very right-leaning person. So it's interesting because like when I hear him talk politics, I'm disgusted. But then when he talks about like animation and comic books and stuff, I like turn into a 12-year-old again. And I'm like, this is cool, you know?
Yeah, it's so conflicting, isn't it? When someone likes the same stuff as you, but then they also have these, really shitty opinions.
Most of the people I know like that, I'm like, we just agree to like not talk about it. Drew and I don't agree on a lot of shit, but I mean, we do a show, so we can literally like talk about it for a little while, or it does. But I don't want every show to be like a debate. You know what I mean?
I've seen those two get into some pretty heated debates too.
Yeah.
I'm kind of similar with that mindset with Milo Yiannopoulos. I'm a big fan of his Catholicism and stuff. When he talks about Catholicism, I turn into a 12-year-old. But when he talks about politics, I'm totally turned off.
Moderator, I want it to be...
Yeah, he went there.
In a neutral place.
Yeah. Milo did talk about the Catholicism a little too much. I think that was kind of his downfall.
And honestly, it doesn't even have to be that neutral. I just want a moderator so he can't... What he wants is the ability to talk over me. That's what that is. I don't want a moderator, and it's going to be on my channel so that I can talk over you and mute you, which I'm not going to do that with somebody who has
never done
Asperger's.
that.
If he was a normal...
I mean, he's talked over people, but he doesn't mute people.
...person, maybe we could do that, but the guy clearly has a problem, So if there's a moderator, I'm there. It could be Doobie. It could...
He just said dude has Asperger's?
Yes.
Did I hear that? Yeah. Right.
I think Vosh has admitted to being autistic. I don't know if he said Asperger's before, but yeah, I mean, he's admitted... autism is diagnosed way more than it used to be, so there are people like on the lower end of the spectrum that...
Absolutely.
Yeah, so... But it's funny how he uses that as a reason. Oh, he says he's autistic.
Honestly, it could be anybody, so I'm up for it. It could be Destiny, for all I care. I'm up for the debate, but he won't do it. If he does it, if he's open to it, I'm down to do it. Arizona Dobbs.
He's been saying he's open to it for years now.
Dude, he's like crowdering?
Exactly.
Oh, God. That whole fiasco.
Yeah.
I can't believe there's people that stick up for that, for Crowder.
That's when you know, because you can say there's someone, dude. You can say apple pie is good. You're gonna have people that disagree. You can say orgasms feel good, and there are people who will fucking disagree with you out there. It's just it's like people that are either crazy or contrarians, and it's really strange.
We had tons of Crowder simps come around when we talked about the whole Sam Cedar Crowder thing. A ton of them.
I believe it.
Like, I think people were just searching for it and looking for streams and videos to comment on to defend their lord.
Look, I'm gonna duck my opposition every chance I get, and then when I'm finally confronted with my opposition, I'm gonna make up some sort of rules that I don't engage with in that moment. Well, I don't engage with people who ambush me. I don't engage.
He also said your channel isn't big enough.
Yeah,
which is hilarious because not that Jeff Holiday doesn't have a pretty big platform, but not as big as Sam Cedar's, and Jeff Holiday got platformed by Crowder back in the day.
Yeah.
But
it's
and
different.
I think he tried to downplay it. I think, what does he have, like 1/6 of the audience, and Crowder was saying it was like 1/20th of the audience.
Yeah.
Trying to like really downplay it, but
and 1 million subs too. I mean, like, come on, that's still a big fucking
Crowder
channel.
has
Sam Cedar's been around. He's established. You know what I mean? Like, you should have no problem like being like, this is some rookie or some shit. You're just
like
scared of being made to look dumb.
This is 100% what's going on with Steven Crowder. He is doing his political career the same way Jake Paul is doing his boxing career. And he's getting set up with these fall guys, these jabronis, and he's crushing them. And the second somebody with some actual prowess comes up, he looks the other way. He's like, no, we don't do it this way. We don't do it this way. What do you mean? Like, I can't think of a good boxer right now that could actually go toe-to-toe with... Like, probably any boxer. Like, I don't know a name. Like, we don't have any good names right now, do we, in boxing? It's the problem with boxing right now. We're holding on to Mayweather, probably a decade after he's reached his peak. Do we have any big names? Tyson Fury.
You have a point.
Yeah, like if Tyson Fury came up, like, I want to fight you, Jake Paul. Jake Paul would be like, I don't... you're out of my weight class. I can't go toe-to-toe with you. I'm not gonna do that. But that's 100% what Crowder's doing. And Crowder's dad seems to be the mastermind. His papa runs the show and gives him all these rules. Crowder would probably
sets up his.
Yeah, Crowder would probably
sets
go
up a
in
lot
on
of his
it.
guests.
Yeah. I think Crowder would probably go in with these guys and be made to look like a fool, but his papa's like, no. I'm not going to break my golden boy, my sweet little golden boy. And Crowder refers to as Darren, who runs the show. This your dad, dude. Like, how are you going to call him Darren? You're cornball.
I was on my way out of the room, but I do want to say that was a great analogy with Jake Paul and his boxing career.
Yeah, that's 100% what it is, though.
Yeah, he fights people he knows he can beat.
Yeah,
most of them are not even real boxers.
Yeah, they're people with like names and like we're gonna go up again here with H3H3. And honestly, if he would have had a conversation with H3H3, he probably would have had H3H3 agreeing with him by the end of the conversation. He would have like tailored the conversation. He was already starting it off like, hey, I just want to say how much I respect you. He was grooming H3H3 to get him on his side. They would have left with some sort of peace if he would have had his way. But he didn't have his way because H3H3 knew the fucking game, knew he wasn't capable, brought in Sam Cedar for the lulz, and left him on his ass.
Well, Groyper says, thanks for the playlist, my nigga. Hey, thank you, man. Thanks for the big super
They left that into the clip.
chat. I appreciate it.
Oh, you paused
Reinstall
it.
Windows says Sussy Santis. Bean Dip Groyper says it's Megumin, not Megan. But I can't really blame you since you're not a weeb. Keep up the great work, King. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I don't know
Keep
who that
up
is.
the
Is
great
that an
work,
anime
King.
Nick Fuentes' followers, anytime we put him in the thumbnail or in the title, they come and defend him, just like the Crowder simps. But they all walk in lockstep. They all use the same catchphrases. And they always call us, they use this Nazi term, dysgenic. We're dysgenic. We have the bad genes, basically. But this is their hero, this little twerp right here. Like, if someone was like, hey, you want to fight Nick Fuentes, I would not be afraid at all. Like, literally 0% afraid.
If you care about what another man looks like, then you better want to bang him. Like, I don't have any other reason. Like, oh, that guy doesn't look cute.
You know what? We should. It sounds like you're talking about Spexo.
No, not me.
This is one of Nick Fuentes' simps that we also watch videos on.
Conservatives like to talk about the slippery slope, and they think that the slippery slope was when we started.
He said he'll only acknowledge arguments from handsome men. By the way, yeah.
And that's where him and I differ, because I'll hate fuck any one of these losers.
To tolerate and accept gay marriage, and we said, like, well, if we accept gay marriage, that's going to lead to more extreme things, and then they're going to want to start having sex with dogs and start turning our kids gay, and like, look at the outcome, look what's going on now. That's the slippery slope. And it's like, yeah, the slippery slope is 100% real, obviously, but it didn't start with the
No, I'm pretty sure there was already some people into bestiality long before they made same-sex marriage legal, and I don't believe it's gone. The numbers on that have gone up. It has nothing to do with the other thing.
I wonder.
Yeah, and I mean, these people always go on anecdotes, right? They'll find a picture, they'll find an article, they'll find a video, and then overzealously extrapolate that as to this big altering of society, and people fall for it. I mean, they're not presenting any actual data.
Right. And this guy has made videos being like, I'm not a white nationalist. I don't know why people call me that. And then spends the rest of his 45-minute video defending white nationalism.
Yeah. I like how these conservatives accuse people of turning the kids gay, but they literally have like institutions to turn the kids straight. Like, what's going on there?
I know one of my favorite on Twitter, one of my favorite people I follow for the pure ridiculousness of him is Ian Miles Chong.
Oh God.
He is fucking unbearable. And he like really like LARPs as an American, but he's just some like chubby fucking Malaysian show.
Yeah. He's Malaysian. You know, he swatted someone and had their dog killed, allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in some girls, like some e-girls DMs bragging about it?
Yeah.
And she outed him?
Yeah, that was the smoking gun right there. Yeah. Oh.
Dork.
Yeah, he's a complete, like, when I think Chode, I think Ian Miles Chong. He's and the shit that he posts is just absolutely, like, it's so transparent, and he's constantly tweeting. Dude, there was like one I was like, oh, I wanted to find a tweet from like 2 days ago, one of his, and dude, scrolling back, I'm like, holy shit, it's 2 days ago, and that's like 177 tweets. I was like, God fucking damn.
He's got nothing on. He's got nothing else going on. He's found a platform on the internet, but in his regular life, he's a nobody.
Yeah, he's just a chubby incel living in some apartment in Malaysia.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, because I'm not a fan of Warski either, but him and Warski had this feud, and like Ian Miles Chong like hacked into Warski's channel and uploaded a bunch of gay porn to it to try and get it banned. But I'm pretty sure in Malaysia, gay porn is illegal. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. So Malaysia's got a bunch of weird laws, kind of like Singapore. Like they give people the death penalty for like doing drugs and shit like that.
Don't do it.
So they have much stricter gun laws over there. But Ian Miles Chung is constantly freaking tweeting about the Second Amendment and shit like that, or threats to the Second Amendment. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
He really wants to pretend to be some conservative American.
Has he
He's
even
terrified
been here?
of people finding out. No, I don't think so.
That's insane. I saw the thing that you tweeted, where you like circled the map. I don't know if you made it, but it was like,
yeah, I did. I made that. I literally scribbled it with my finger on like in 2 seconds, and it kind of blew up a little bit.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah,
I should pull it up. Let's see.
So yeah, go ahead. I think it's my pinned tweet. I don't know.
Let's see. I gotta pull it up.
It was fun. See, I've had my Twitter for fucking ever. I just started using it like a couple months ago, though. I made it so that no one else would grab my handle, C0ct0pusPrime, and then never really paid attention. But Facebook, I was banned so fucking often. That was like where I got a lot of my material. But like I got banned for 30 days for asking. I said, "Are you one of those idiots that can't admit when you're wrong?" That was it. And this motherfucker, like, I got a 30-day ban. Yeah, I scribbled that on my finger in about 2 seconds, and it did all right.
Yeah.
The one on his the thing is, the one on his video, or whatever, I replied to it because he was talking about some other fucking country naturally, and this is, I just happened to reply with this one.
Slippery slope is
and
like with weed,
it ended up
gay marriage, gun control, etc. But the thing is, none of that is bad, so conservatives have to rely on people's fear of change.
I see.
Well, the slippery slope is the idea that if we allow gay marriage and gun control and weed, that it will turn into something that actually is bad, right?
Sodom and Gomorrah, basically.
Yeah. And I think we cross that line when we get to it.
The worst thing that happened in Sodom and Gomorrah is that God destroyed them. Everything. It sounded like a good, like a fun time.
It's cowardice. It's cowardice not to achieve or strive for progress because you're worried things could go wrong. That's like the definition of being a coward.
Look, man, if you have a chance to rape an angel, you fucking take it.
And then wear its wings on the way out.
Yeah, in the early days,
that's gonna get played for TJ's future court case.
In the early days of YouTube, your two channels were some of the, like, among the first ones I watched, like long before I ever made a video of my own. I loved how TJ would use the A Current Affair sound at the beginning, and those animations, the dark matter animations, are great to watch while you're stoned out of your mind. Like the crazy high-pitched voice changer thing, and I love it. Love it.
Yeah. I don't make many like videos on my channel anymore right now because, like I said earlier, I have 2-year-old twins, so life is like super busy. Oh, yeah. But I've been doing the goddamn podcast with Drew and Dark Matter here for shit like 6.5 years. It's not like we have like a small audience. It's like 3,000 subscribers, but it's all like, it's good people. And it's kind of a like close-knit thing where, we recognize everyone's name, and it's more like, I don't know, we do it. It's like a hobby, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm constantly running into shit where I'm like, and I'm saving that for the podcast, and I'm saving that. And I'm sure you do the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
As you run through stuff, you're like, and I don't want to just be the guy that like puts it in a save folder. I want to fucking have some fun and talk about it.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in checking them out, there's a link in the description if you want to check out the goddamn podcast. Very similar format to our show, so we think you'll enjoy it.
Almost as if, as if it was stolen.
Yeah, it's basically DP without all the ads.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
We I don't know. We have a lot of fun. We cover basically whatever random shit we've come across, and we've we have some highlights. Watching animals shit to dubstep. I don't know if you've ever done that, but you should. It changes your life.
I'll watch that.
They have videos of that on YouTube. You can literally look up animals shitting to dubstep, and that side of YouTube. But like, of course, you see something like that, and I'm like, that's going on the podcast for sure.
Fucking the South Park episode, Tweencore. They were talking about dubstep and how it just sounds like farting to like adults, but to like young people it sounds good. I thought that was great because it was Tweencore. Oh, you know what? I figured since we're in antagonism, I might as well show you guys the video I was talking about earlier. I have it on a Vimeo page, public. It's called "The Death of a Fat Rhino."
Holy crap!
Yeah. I'm putting it into the playlist right now. I'll play it for you guys. Some of the highlights, because by the end of it, both of his hands are like a bloody mess, and he's slurred his speech.
I'm very much looking forward to that.
And to the funniest thing ever was Devin Tracy showed up during that and was clowning on him too.
Oh my God!
Yes.
What was he so mad about?
Well, he was talking shit for no reason. He just randomly left a comment on our video. He never commented on our video or anything, and I hadn't heard from him in a really long time. And then he just he left that comment, so I decided to talk shit to him, and he tried to clap back for a little while, and then I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna troll the shit out of you." So I went to his Twitch stream, and he got like super shit faced and just like started acting crazy. It's saying he wanted to fight me and all this dumb shit, and I was just playing along.
He was being mean to me, and Ben defended my honor.
I did. I was mad,
dude,
because he's fat.
Dude, I didn't even know he was doing like Twitch streams and shit.
He does. I think he goes by the name Jersey Rhino. He might not even be doing it now.
You know, I gave him that nickname.
You did?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Like on the Skeptic Fence show. Yeah, there was the fucking because he always has a fucking like a horn on his like that's his hairdo. So I called him, and we constantly gave him shit like we give Dark Matter shit for being bald. We would give Joe shit for being from New Jersey. Because I mean, let's be honest, that's something you're allowed to make fun of someone for.
Oh my!
I live in Florida. Dark Matter also lives in Florida. It is a valid thing to make fun of Florida and use that against us because it is. I vouch for everything. It's a crazy ass, nutty ass state to live in.
But I was not from here, so I'm just.
I wasn't born here, so yeah.
Yeah.
I have that.
So we're not technically Florida men.
No,
so
nobody's been born in Florida for
they're all like snowbirds.
Everybody just moves here.
I'm downloading the video right now. It'll be ready in a couple minutes, and I'll play it. He also kept bragging about like all the money he has and all the hot women he dates and all this horrible shit. It was just ridiculous.
I just had a really scary thought, TJ. All of our kids have been born in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, it's taking.
Fuck. We're making the problem way worse.
Did you watch it at all?
No.
Because we brought a whole bunch of people into his stream, and he was all like, "I don't block people, bro. I don't block people." Next morning, I was blocked everywhere. He looked so foolish.
Yeah, I just haven't.
TJ, are you muted? I can't hear you right now.
No. Check.
Oh no. Yeah, we can't hear you at all.
Is it on our end?
Did we mute somebody when we went to download?
No. Hold on a second. Let me. Can you hear? Are you there? Yeah,
I'm here.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
Cool. We can hear you now. I don't know. It might have been on my end with like our audio setup here.
You ever have to piss so bad that you decided to take a piss into a paper bag,
All
and
right, here
halfway
it is.
through filling up that paper bag with piss, you realize what a horrible idea it was?
Wrong cue. Here we go.
All right.
What? What's that? It's this one. Omega Law. Let's go. There we go. Hey, Live Life 8072 at Jersey Rhino. Why are you taking time out of your day to leave a cunty comment on our video telling Billy the Fridge to lose weight when he's been actually losing weight, hundreds of pounds over the last
He's
year.
already shit-faced. Already.
Dude, yeah, he said actually when it says actively.
Yeah.
He's just like barely paying attention.
And a half. Who the fuck are you to be given fitness advice? Wow. What a great comment, dude. Ben.
It was great.
A+ Ben. Dude, amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing, Ben.
This guy's so kind.
Bro. I don't block people, bro.
You left a message like that, bro. That's great. Attacking me after 2 weeks. Like you go through all your comments and notice me and like, hey, Live Life. He used to be somebody. Let me call him out on Twitter. Fucking amazing, bro.
That's what you get for picking on me. Ben will defend me.
Unless I'm the one attacking him.
Non-verb, you're a pedo. I know. Whatever,
What's the bottles behind him?
It's some kind
Is
of
that
beer
a white
industry.
label
Ben took a shit,
Johnny
dude?
Walker?
Ben shit on the pot and got off? What the fuck's that, bro? Come on, Ben, where you at, bro?
Yeah, let's see.
The saying is shit or
Dress,
get off the pot.
Peyton of Clinton in a dress with high heels.
Hold on, we'll get
Yeah,
to the
we
part.
should get to some of the mic punching because.
Oh yeah. He called me fat. He's like you're fat.
What a fag. Get a life, bro.
He called me fat. But
Dude,
then
I
I
just fucking
compared
noticed that,
the
dude.
two,
Jeff
and he
Holiday.
like realizes how much thinner I am than him.
Same here. He blocked me. Jeff Holiday's a mega loser. Yeah, of course he is. Joe, I get one more shout out with you holding a solo cup or a bottle.
Let's see.
All right, 3, bro. Hey, Ro.
Do you see the horn I was talking about?
Yes.
With the hair?
Yeah, the hair horn. How much gel does he put on that shit?
Hey, Roy. This is for you, bro. Roy.
A lot.
Let's go, bro. Let's have a drink together. Let's go. You're blocked, bro.
It was Game of Thrones edition. White
Jeff Holiday,
Walker.
you don't like facts, bro.
Johnny Walker. Whitewater.
Oh, sorry,
Johnny
bro.
Walker.
Oh, that's pretty badass.
45-year-old body,
Yeah,
bro.
I want that.
And you're tweeting that out, dude? Oh, my God. He just said that right now, dude. Hold on. Let's do a retweet on this motherfucker. Let's do this.
I'd say that's at least a B cup.
And send.
He has did he have like heart surgery or something? He's got a scar on his sternum, like he had heart surgery at some point.
He's actually hooked up to a colostomy bag.
Your pick.
This is great.
Bic boy.
Bic boy? I'm a lighter?
Yeah, or
Let's
a
see.
Let's
see that
Let's do
chunk.
that.
Chuck?
My name? Am I Charles? Is
Yeah.
that?
No, I think he means
Bic.
chunk.
I know. He's
just-
ridiculous.
Come on, big boy. Let me see that
It's taking him
chuck.
forever to type 2 sentences.
Big boy.
Is it because he's drunk or because he's stupid?
Both.
Oops.
Let's do a. Let's your big boy. Let's see your chunk boy.
Okay.
Let's see your
He's
chunk,
proofreading.
Big boy.
He's proofreading, but he's not correcting anything.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not too bad for 45, dude. This fucking.
He's
All right,
80
faggot.
proofreading.
It's amazing, isn't it, dude? Thank you, Joe. You're welcome.
As a music
How funny is
concert.
that, dude? That this guy is so obsessed with me right now today that right now he just tweeted out just 1 minute ago. He had to take a screenshot. He had to follow my fucking video back and take a screenshot of me doing like this. Like I'm proud of me.
I love when
I'm proud of it, dude. I want that, dude.
I love when people get so excited when like you or the show responds to them or
Right.
acknowledges them. When we acknowledge some of the most do nothing motherfuckers, like do they not get it? Like we often have some of the worst people on here. If we acknowledge you, you really think you did something right? Like
Exactly.
you're goofy. I can think it's
Hey,
cute, though.
wait, is that why I'm here?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Once you're in the
45,
box, you're set for
178
life.
pounds. I'm proud, dude.
If he's 178 pounds, then he must be like 5'2" or something.
Oh, you haven't seen the pictures of him standing next to anybody?
No.
Oh,
Is he really
we
short?
met him in Yeah, we met him in D.C. He was like the shortest guy there by far.
Okay.
I'm 45, bro.
I don't know if I can.
I'm 45 fucking years old, bro. I'm proud of that,
They
bro.
don't really grow that tall in Jersey.
What's wrong with that,
You get
bro?
a few tall.
Hey, Ben, let me know where your picture is on
Yeah.
your stomach and your chest at 45.
Jersey's one of those places where everybody fucks, so
Big boy.
procreation isn't survival of the fittest.
So I sent him my picture, and then he's like, "That's from 10 years ago," or something like that. But it was like a new
Amazing, bro.
picture.
That he just fucking like.
He's like, "That's not
posted
you."
This right now, dude.
Oh,
Like, he
yeah,
just
let's
posted,
see.
like, 2 minutes ago, dude.
Let's see.
Like it's Ben right now. Ben, drunken peasants. Ben, dude, just like what's he have? 67.
Who cares how many followers I have?
Fucking
Yeah,
Oh,
see?
he does very much.
I'm like way thinner than him. It's
Acknowledge
crazy.
me, senpai.
Dude,
Vanessa!
he's trying to post a
to
picture
see you.
to him, dude. No way, bro. Look at this fucking hair.
I think
Look at
Jersey
these
Rhino
fucking
wants you to
teeth, bro.
spit in his mouth.
Look at that hair. Look at me.
Send
So
me
now,
nudes.
all he
Spit
can-
in my mouth.
All he can talk about is the hair.
Yo, I fucking held up. Dude, look at this guy, dude.
It's turning you on, isn't it? Let's see. Let's see what he's. It's definitely not me.
I'm gonna acknowledge Vanessa Barbie more now. Thank you for the dono.
That's definitely
while
not him now,
Jersey Rhino types.
You think that's him, bro?
All right, let's get to the part where he punches the mic. He gets like blackout drunk and oh yeah. He's like, "Look, I know how to box," and he starts like doing all this dumb boxing shit, and he punches the shit out of his microphone. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, this is where he shows this girl that he's claiming that he's dating. Oh, I missed it. Oh yeah, right there.
I love when I'm dating a girl and I have to Google images of a hot girl to find her picture.
What's her hourly rate is what I'm wondering.
No, this is my girlfriend here. Just let me Google a name. Like you
My
couldn't just pull
ex-girlfriend.
your phone out and show a picture of you with her. Like, oh, that's us.
You got something on me, bro?
It's so cringy.
Yeah.
Even if this was his girlfriend.
It's great.
What's he looking up?
Well, he's showing off his sexual prowess.
You know
that was his girlfriend that he had to Google a picture of to find.
At one point, accidentally shared his screen, and it was a porn tab, and it was chicks with dicks.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there was there was like a picture of a dude in a diaper.
Yeah.
And it looked just like him. That was going around for a while, and he's claimed it wasn't him, which, whatever, I believe that, fine, but he did not like it. It was going around steady for
Was there a
long
rhino
time.
horn on the guy?
My clothes, I work out.
I don't even know if I have.
Alright,
I
did
certainly
jump
don't
rope?
want to fucking
About
search
10
for it.
minutes?
I did
5-10 minutes?
just send a picture though in the Skype chat here.
Oh, okay.
It's going through right now of when we met up in DC, and it was actually during the Reason rally a few years ago or whatever. But Joe is standing right next to me.
Okay.
And then I'm standing next to Drew and a couple of other guys there. But you can kind of get the height difference there.
People from Jersey are like the most degenerate sexual people. Like they're all into some shit.
Oh no, hold on. It's doing that dumb shit. Give me a second here.
Anything sexual this guy does, I would not be surprised by. He's Jersey. He's 5'4" fuck dwarf. I'm down to support that. Now him talking naughty
There
about
he
me,
is.
I don't support that. You don't talk naughty about a sweet boy
Right
like
there.
Bill Fridge.
Yeah. So yeah, it's me in the black shirt with my arm around like Joe there next to me.
But you're 6'6", right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not that short.
He's the shortest one here.
Yeah, but those because he's the little runner hanging out with other real men. He's like, let me go hang with the big boys today. I'll be a real runner.
Yeah, he's punching.
Dude, I would tag you so much, dude. I would just tag you, dude. And you'd be like, oh my God, Jersey just fucked me up doing 2 shots. I'll fuck you up, bro. Dude, Ben.
I got him so triggered. It was unbelievable.
God, destroy you, bro. Oh my God. It's just hilarious that we're even talking about this shit, man.
You're
It's
talking about
hilarious,
it.
man. It's hilarious. Ben, you're a pussy, dude. You would punch like this, dude.
I've seen Ben punch like that.
All right, that's you, Ben. I would tell. You would telegraph to me so much. You would telegraph to me so much. I'd be like, all right, Ben, let's go, babe. Let's go, bro. All right, bro, let's go. And you'd be like,
Why's he gotta punch his microphone?
That's what I don't like. Are you microphones are not like gonna punch back or move
Yeah.
for that matter.
Or
They're gonna
it
stay
does-
wherever you set them up.
It does move out of the frame, away from his mouth, and ruins him talking. He keeps talking after he punches it. Punch your computer screen. Punch the air. Punch something other than the mic.
hey, pussy, keep on talking shit, bro.
Okay, I will.
All right. Hopefully, we don't ever meet personally. All right.
That was the most honest thing he's ever said.
Hopefully.
I would fuck you up, bro. You wanna talk shit, bro?
Dude,
You
that
wanna-
should be an audio clip.
Fuck you up, bro.
Start shit with me.
I didn't. No one's. You started the shit. It's so hilarious. The lack of self-awareness is unbelievable.
Today, on Twitter. That's fine, bro.
Yeah, I was blocked the next day.
Talk shit on me, man.
Okay.
You started it. I didn't.
You did start it.
I called a fat fuck a fat fuck.
Oh, so now he's admitting he started it. Cool.
It's fine, bro. It's fine. It's fine.
My big brother Benjamin put up for me. You never call me names.
And you're a fat fuck too as well.
I just showed that you were fatter than me.
According to these fucking guys.
Dude, I think I saw his knuckle bleeding already. Yeah.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And by the end, they're like all
Let's just cut
tore
to
up.
that part and then get over with this rhino Jersey boy.
Yeah.
See,
look at his knuckles there.
Oh, Jesus.
Holy
shit. You got such soft hands.
Of course. We're good, bro.
I think the microphone won. He's gonna feel that shit tomorrow.
Seriously, these fucking punks. These fucking, they're just punks. Just keyboard warriors. That's all they are, man.
Is that all?
Keyboard warriors, man. They don't even understand.
You're
what the fuck
literally beating up a microphone.
Yeah, you're at a
bro.
keyboard, busting your hand open on your little microphone, calling someone a
Yeah,
keyboard warrior.
There is zero self-awareness there.
These guys never fought a fight in their life, dude. Ever. Ever. These are guys that swing like this. That's all they do, man.
I don't
That's
swing,
all they
dude. If
fucking
you come
do,
at me, I'm gonna pull out
That's all
my
these fucking guys do, man.
my
I
bayonet,
punch
my
bag every
musket.
fucking day, dude.
I'm gonna go
calluses on my fucking knuckles from
1892 on you.
punch bags, dude.
I thought you were gonna say your Beretta.
Nah,
Just
my
fucking
musket.
Wow, 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 wow.
I'm gonna pull out my turkey hunting rifle.
Yeah.
tough on
See,
the
I
internet.
forget. I live in Florida. It's a stand your ground state. I can shoot the cable man if I
Yeah.
want to, and probably get away with it.
I felt threatened.
Like, yeah,
I said I
exactly.
wanted the HBO package.
Of
I
course,
actually had
in
a
person-
cable guy jump my fence when he claimed that he had knocked on my door first. And I have a dog. He barks every time someone knocks on the door. So I know that he didn't knock on my door. And so just so he decided I wasn't home and jumped my fence to get in. And I almost he's a Shiba Inu. He's not going to like maul the motherfucker. But at the same time, I almost let the dog out without friggin' looking first. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing over here? I was like, get the fuck out of here. And you know what I mean? I had the cone for like all the houses next to me, like right in my backyard. And I was like, move that shit like 8 feet that way. So we never go through this again. Move it outside of the fence. And they came and did that because I was pissed. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But in Florida, you could have just been like, bang. I thought it was an intruder. And
Yeah.
You get away with it.
Yeah, and then like the stand your ground like out in public is basically like whoever didn't die was in the right.
Mhm. Yeah, you can
crazy.
start the fight, but if you're getting your ass kicked,
right,
and then you can shoot them. Like that's a fun way to make sure that you never lose.
I love Florida.
Yeah, so he streamed for 4 hours. This is a 4-hour long stream where all he did was talk about me and punch his microphone until his knuckles bled. And And Devin Tracy showed up in his chat and was goofing on him too because you couldn't even pretend to be on his side. He looked so pathetic by the end of it.
Poor
Facts
guy.
are facts, man.
I'm gonna go pee again.
Go ahead.
No, I dumped her, man. I dumped her, dude. She was a whore. She's known as such, but
What?
Oh, here he goes. He's giving us boxing lessons.
Okay, keep your hands up, bro. You gotta look. You gotta do this.
Okay.
All right, so this.
Stick out your pinkies. It's a good way to break one.
Let's go. Bring it up, dude. Ready? All right, Ben. Whenever you want to box, bro, I'll teach you, bro.
Now he's gonna give me lessons.
I'll teach you to be the best, bro. All right. We'll just keep this here if you want to leave with this, right? Big punch. Jab, big punch. Jab, big punch. If you want to do jab, big punch, that's fine. Jab, big punch, all right? All right, bro, I'm teaching you, bro. All right? All right, bro. You're
I
pussy.
feel so bad for that microphone.
I'm teaching you, bro. All right? Fuck
And
with
the boom.
Jersey Rhino, bro. So give me the fucking horn, bro. All right? Remember that. I'll teach you all the way, bro. All right? Oh!
Let's see at the end.
Dude. Yeah, he shows him again there.
Yeah, look at that. They're all. He's punching with these knuckles like further down too. They're bleeding like up here.
Yeah, as if what happens when you punch like that.
Right.
Jeez, I don't know. That's just it's kind of embarrassing to like beat up your microphone and like actually bloody yourself. I'm not one to talk. I've done plenty of embarrassing shit in my time, right? But this is like, I don't think I ever like punched stuff until my hands bled.
Right.
That's especially my fucking microphone. I want my shit to work.
You ever notice he like never had takes of his own? He always got takes from other people, and like he would basically like just regurgitate whoever he was simping for at that point. He would just regurgitate their takes.
Yeah, very much. He was very much a follower.
Yeah. Sad man. We'll move on from him, but I did want to show, since you guys at one time kind of had an association with him, it's fun to watch this. So
sure.
Yeah.
I noticed Dark Matter's been very quiet. I think he's offended that we're making fun of his best buddy there.
Oh
I'm
my
offended.
God.
Yeah.
Come on.
I wish we never would have done this.
Why?
This is old. This is in the past. Obviously, Jersey Rhino has apologized.
No, he hasn't.
To the microphone.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, so that's that. It was a 4-hour stream where he talked about me, how I was obsessed with him, but I didn't do a 4-hour stream about him.
And then you basically just trolled him into doing some dumb shit. Yeah, it's pretty entertaining. Yeah.
Easiest win ever.
I get it. Yeah. This is I don't know. How to put it in terms that everyone can understand. Small dick energy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And he was talking about how he was a DJ and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That always comes up.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Well.
All right. So
do better, Joe.
Yeah, do better, please. He'll see this and come back. I bet you. He's been quiet. He's been quiet ever since Trump lost, but who knows?
Yeah.
You think maybe he was at the Capitol building?
No, he's a LARPer. All right, let's check this. What is this?
So the Biden administration's new budget, right? It is openly discriminatory against men, openly discriminatory against white people. It has all of the usual pork for corrupt industries.
Is this like Chad Fuentes? What's going on
This
here?
This guy is an unbelievable asshole. I got into an argument with him once on Twitter in which he made this argument, one of these stupid fucking rapid fire edited TikToks or whatever. And I had a video that already that I posted maybe a year or two ago that went through all of these points long before he made those points. I mean, because they're common talking points, and I linked it. And his only answer was, "Oh my God, it's the guy from 2011 who makes cringe atheist cartoons," and like that's all caps. That's his. That was his only response, was to make fun of me.
Right.
So I mean, like, he's not interested in having a discussion or knowing if I actually have valid points or not or anything like that. He's just interested in appealing to his little bloodthirsty sycophants.
Yeah, that's where most people are these days. They just like to get in their echo chamber and listen to the sound of their own farts reverberate off the dumbasses that watch them.
Yeah, and
remember AIU used to always say, "It's like, this is my living room.
Yeah,
I don't have to let you in my living room.
It's
This is my
so
living room."
easy. Oh,
Yeah.
so easy.
And one of those very powerful industries which has a lot of money to throw at lobbying, which is getting a lot of benefits from the American taxpayer, is the abortion lobby. At this moment, excluded from the budget proposal of the Biden administration for the first time is the Hyde Amendment. The Hyde Amendment provided that the Americans' taxpaying money will never go towards or subsidize elective abortions. Already.
I've been attacked over the atheism thing too, being like, "Oh yeah, your takes were relevant, 10 years ago." But it's like, I don't form my opinions based on what's popular. They act like because it's not like the most popular genre on YouTube anymore, we should have just dropped that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like they assume that the shit they're into it's what everyone else is into, right?
Exactly.
Like, people have been arguing about religion for thousands of years. They're probably going to keep doing it. And just because you found your little fucking window where you were into it and then you lost interest, that doesn't mean that the world doesn't keep turning and doing its own thing beside you.
Right.
There's a lot of people that still watch my stuff and I still make content. So
yeah.
Yeah,
another thing, especially Nick Fuentes fans, they attack how Nick Fuentes gets bigger numbers, but it's like, I don't want any of Nick Fuentes' audience at all. I don't want any white nationalists watching my shit, unless they're watching me make fun of them.
The first guy to hit 1 million subs on YouTube was Fred. I mean, popularity doesn't mean much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's true.
John Cena was his dad.
Paying dollar has been paying for children.
But Open Gangnam Style or whatever was the fucking first one to hit 1 billion views, right?
Yeah.
To get transgender surgery, to get on testosterone blockers at 7 years old. You're paying for state-subsidized pride rallies. You're paying for other countries to get propagandized with gay pride. You're paying for your children to be taught that if they're white, they're evil. In public school, you're paying for critical race theory. You are the one who's paying for the tsunami of
this critical race theory thing is their new boogeyman. Like, they're teaching it at every elementary school around the country.
What's the over and under on them totally not even remembering this in a year?
Oh, they'll be off onto something new.
If you're a good parent, like, no amount of conditioning is going to convince your child they're evil. You raise your kid to be smart, right? Be a better parent.
Well, and it's my understanding that critical race theory is like a college level thing.
It's
anyway,
like graduate level, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly like your little, fifth graders being taught it.
Right. It's an elective class that normally you'd be studying to get your master's degree. So it's not something that, impressionable, unsuspecting children are being forced to learn.
I don't know. I did hear that recently they've made the kids only write their test answers out in the color of pin that matches their skin color. So all the white kids, their answers are coming up blank and they're failing out of class.
Damn. Systematic racism.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Immigrants, legal and otherwise, who will soon outnumber you. And as this tsunami comes into the country, the second tsunami will be even greater. The tsunami of their
people have been saying this shit for a really long time. This is the same fucking talking points they had in the 50s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Voting
or even
power.
before that, against like the Irish and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Polish. That was another big one. And it's weird that in early America, those nationalities were not considered to be among white people. Like you were Irish people, arguably the whitest people on earth by skin tone, were considered not white people, and Polish people.
But then we had to up our numbers, so we're like, "Hey guys, welcome to the club."
Right. and now Nick Fuentes is part of it, and he's Hispanic. You know.
And you should see this guy debate Destiny. That was so fucking pathetic.
This guy?
Like, yeah, he did a debate against Destiny, and he is not like this. Like, wait, this is highly edited, where he's just rapid fire, and every cut, it seems like he's talking fast, and it's all off the cuff. But in real life, like when he's actually trying to debate somebody, like like Destiny, who knows his shit, when he's actually trying to debate somebody, it's all just jokes and laughing, and he doesn't have an argument, and he makes fun, and he thinks that's that's good.
Well,
Just make
that's
fun.
what they do, right? That's the Nick Fuentes way of doing it.
Gish galloping. Destiny. He's really smart, but one of his biggest advantages in a debate is that he can talk so fucking fast. I've never heard anyone else that can speak like at that kind of speed in like a political debate.
Yeah, the way to beat Destiny is only listen to the last 4 words he says and throw them back in his face, and you'll look like a genius.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, do you wish to be paying for any of this? Do you agree with these policies?
I'm so sad that Hawaiian shirts have been taken over as a right-wing dog whistle.
I don't know.
White nationalists.
I wear Hawaiian shirts pretty often, but it's usually laundry day when all my other shirts are dirty.
Oh, it's when the clan robes are dirty, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, we can't.
You know what? When I pay taxes, the things that bother me is like endless wars. Sending my money to whatever. He's concerned about kids learning about racism. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
have you
his big
seen
concern.
have you seen the education budget? Like, if all they were learning about was racism and white hate, it probably wouldn't be that effective with the amount of money they're getting.
So I can hear Dark Matter, but TJ was talking a second ago and I couldn't hear him, so I don't know if we've lost.
Check 1 2.
Okay, there we go. Okay,
now.
Sorry.
Cool.
Sorry
No problem.
about that.
Do you think that this is the direction our country should be going? Or perhaps, do you find them an attack against you, an attack against your religion, against your family, against your community, against your nation? What is the purpose of a government? Why do we
Look at all the jump cuts.
live in a
too.
civilization? Why is a civilization better than a bunch of individuals all doing their own thing? The purpose is to provide a greater life and greater opportunity to those who live in it. When is the last time the main motivating factor?
This guy almost sounds like he's European.
Why-
He has kind of a European accent.
Why do you want to tell people something, but by telling them something, you ask them a series of questions over and over again without actually stating anything? You're leading them to a point that you want them to believe they're being disenfranchised.
Easy, Billy. He looks like he's about to cry.
I want him to cry. Dude, I've made so many people cry.
He's already dead.
I've made so many people cry, so many people freak out.
I feel so bad about the Olive Garden waitress.
Not me.
That was awful.
I feel worse about Olive Gardens when Janie was on. And I don't even feel bad about
She
that.
was in the chat earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people go back to the scene of
She
the crime.
came back for more. She likes it.
Yeah.
The purpose of this government was to benefit you, to benefit your cousin down the street, to benefit your father. There's a lobby for everything. The pharmaceutical industry has a lobby. The banking industry has a lobby. The abortion...
Actually, maybe this... What kind of accent does he have?
Is it New England?
Like, yeah, it might be.
It sounds like he says chowder.
Yeah, he eats chowder out of assholes.
Yeah, because at first I was
What
like...
offends me...
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say what offends me the most about guys like this is they think they're so fucking oppressed. Like they're attacking white guys. They're attacking you if you're white, if you're male, if you're straight, if you're Christian. Like you're on top of the fucking world if you're all those things.
Right.
I'm most of those things, right? And my life is easy. I never have to deal with anything. You know, I don't have to deal with racism. I don't have to deal with sexism. I don't have to worry about, you know, my sexual orientation at all. You know, what someone who can I, you know, maybe approach and worry about, you know, them beating the shit out of me because they don't, you know, I come on to the wrong dude or whatever. I don't have to worry about any of that. And I don't have to worry about my marriage with, you know, to my wife. I don't have to worry about them overturning it so that, you know, we're not married anymore. My mother is married to a woman, and she had to marry her twice because, you know, they made gay marriage legal as they got married, and then they reversed it. So then they had to get married again. Like, I don't have to worry about bullshit like that. These guys are on top of the fucking world, and they're so weak that the littlest bit of criticism they get, or not even them, but just like acknowledgement that the world hasn't been fair to these other demographics, and they feel so attacked because they're fucking weak and they think they're strong. But if they were in the shoes of the people they're fucking complaining about, they wouldn't be able to bear it. They wouldn't be able to tolerate it. They wouldn't survive.
They'd be screaming from the rooftops. They do a lot of complaining for people that like to talk about how, you know, fuck your feelings, or you're triggered, or all this shit is like, it's complete projection for most of these guys. That, you know, they really, like Joe there was talking about it. He's like, oh, you wasting your time. You're focusing on this. I'm like, yeah, like you said, you're literally doing a stream.
Yeah.
For like, you have to understand that, like, that's pure projection at that point.
Right.
And there's a lot of shit that goes on. It's I don't know. It's entertaining, but it happens a lot, and it's kind of disconcerting to see how many people think it's fine.
Yeah, they have a persecution complex. And
yeah,
I used to notice that with Christians, even though they were like the majority religion and established into our society to the point where they had such influence, yet they were claiming persecution, and that's kind of what he's doing.
Right.
Industry has a lobby, and it's not just American. Foreign special interest groups lobby America all the time too. Israel has an immense lobby in America. Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, China, and all of them, they're donating to
It sounds like
political...
he's trying to do an impersonation of fucking what's his name from Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, Matt Damon.
That's exactly what it sounds like. He's trying to do an impersonation of that. Like,
yeah, he's been accused of that before, TJ. So you're not alone.
Damn. See, I know shit.
Park the car and have it, yeah.
Buying prostitutes for politicians.
You know something you never say when you have a thick Boston accent? I have a hat on.
A hat on, yeah.
Raises $500,000.
This is the character from Good Will Hunting. If he got whacked in the head with a baseball bat 15 times.
Yeah.
If he didn't know math.
He wasn't good at math.
This is bad
if
faith
Robin
hunting.
Williams never helped him out.
Speaking events for the politician to pocket, all to buy influence on our government. And the issues affecting their interest groups, they are solved immediately. Their legislation is passed immediately. In some cases, the lobbyists themselves are writing the legislation, and this is publicly known knowledge. Everyone knows this, but no one cares. No one cares.
Wasn't this guy a Trump supporter? I mean, Trump did that.
Well, they selectively ignore all of this stuff Trump did. Like they preach morality, but Trump fucked porn stars and paid them to keep their mouths shut about it. Yeah, it's all manipulating reality and pathological lies. Billy, you were gonna say something? Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was just gonna say how I agree with this guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think he's right. And I'm tired of being white in America. It's not fair.
Okay.
I don't see so many of these fucking assholes over and over again.
Billy was told throughout his entire childhood that he was Native American, and he got a DNA test, and it was like literally like 100% European.
Yeah, I'm whiter than this guy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Dude, check it out. I just
That's
got
the one I took, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this shit out. I don't know what I am because I was adopted, so I really don't know what I am.
Yeah, that's a total mystery then.
Yeah, and it's really weird. People, can take guesses or whatever, but I am tall as fuck, and I don't know. I consider myself white. Actually, it's funny we're talking about that because the old lady got that for me because we had a discussion about how white I am, and I was like, I consider myself white. I think most people consider me white. It's like on my ID and stuff, it's white.
Yeah.
But she's like, I think you're probably like 78% white and 22%, something else. Who knows?
Jamaican.
Middle Eastern, yeah, whatever. Greek or some shit.
You probably,
Anyway, but yeah.
probably somewhere Nordic, right? You probably got some Viking blood in there, make you tall warrior blood.
I mean, maybe not. I mean, there's tall people that from every continent.
We'll see.
But
You'll
the
have to
tallest
come back
people
in
on
post
average,
results and let us know.
The tallest people on average are the Dutch, the Netherlanders. They are the tallest people on average. It's so weird. I feel like a dwarf there. I've been there a couple times, and everyone is significantly taller than me. Like everyone.
Sounds
Women,
like I should visit.
You'd be like average height there. The average height is like 6'1", 6'2" for men.
Then I'd have to keep my dick tucked back.
You'd have to wear some platforms while you're there.
How about the women? Are the women
Sesame
taller
Street.
over there too?
Yes. The women I think the average height of a woman there is
5'11"?
like 5'10", 5'11". Yeah, it's crazy. Here's the counterculture mom. This is someone we watch a lot here.
Oh, over there though, a Dutch oven is just called an oven.
An oven. They like to eat raw herring with like salt and pepper and like diced onions on it. That's like like street food in the Netherlands. It's interesting.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I said that, but then also shrooms are legal there. And then when I was high on shrooms, I was like, "Fuck it, I'll eat a herring now." So I tried it. It was pretty good.
What was it like? Was it like eating ass? Did it have a twinge to it?
It did have a twinge to it. Yeah.
What in the world is going on with Sesame Street? They are going berserk. Two men, Frank and Dave, were together, announced as a married couple.
I mean, this is just one step further from Bert and Ernie, right? I mean,
yeah,
they slept in the same bed. They just didn't come right out and say it, but they lived together and they were two men, puppet men.
Okay, so I just have a couple of brief thoughts. In no way is Counterculture Mom and our team at all endorsing any kind of hateful message. We are not about hate. We are about love.
No.
But we are also about truth. And there is a fine line with this topic. I have 4 young kids, 12 and under. I've been speaking about these topics for 20 years. I don't want my children to watch Sesame Street that I once grew up on and loved. Bert and Ernie. Let's keep it to Bert and Ernie, people. And have it corrupted to have two dads making it look normal as being married in a loving relationship. Now
So I guess they have a gay dad couple on Sesame Street now.
Yeah, I'm very mad at this. What they need to do is have a man and a woman, and they need to hate each other like actual marriage.
might love each other, but that is private. That is their choice. It doesn't have to be in front of a camera. But when you have
people have the right to put parts of their private life out in public.
People that are not.
She doesn't have a problem with it when it's a straight couple. It's
Right.
that's never a problem.
Right.
Right. But that's not indoctrinating at all, right?
Right. I have a harder time explaining to my kids the bigotry that you're showing than the love that two other people are showing. You know what I mean? That's a tougher conversation to have with my kids if you want to be honest about that shit.
Yeah, and it's hard to come up with a reason that someone that innocent could understand that why it exists at all.
It seems so hateful and pointless. to them.
Also, if you're of the belief that seeing gay people is an influence in any way, like if you see gay people, it can make you gay. Guess what? You're probably fucking gay, because when I see gay people, I don't suddenly get desires to suck a dick.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Patriot loving,
That's not
God
what you've told me before.
loving people that create programming, that write the scripts, and they have an agenda behind it to corrupt the family structure that God designed. That is why we are seeing the major LGBT push in pop culture. I want to make sure when I face
people were saying the same shit about interracial relationships being on TV back in the day too. Like, this isn't new. It's just targeted towards a different group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love seeing all these white people holding on to being the only ones that advertisers cared about. They're like, geez, Louise, we used to be the only one they wanted to sell pillows to. Now they want to sell pillows to the gays, and they sell pillows to the blacks. Who they'll sell pillows to next? That's all this is.
Well,
who the fucking advertisers recognize? Fuck out of here.
Thankfully, they have My Pillow, made by a good Christian man.
That's right. How do they sleep at night? With My Pillow.
Christ someday that he isn't going to tell
That's
me.
the best advertisement for the fucking pillow there is.
Yeah.
Like, these sons of bitches go to sleep on this shit. Well, I need one
He's
too.
not sleeping at night because he's getting sued by Dominion, so he's probably not sleeping very well, even though he probably has an unlimited supply of My Pillows.
He's probably like
He's so fucking lucky. I would say the product must be good if people were buying it before he came out as like this lunatic.
Yeah, my mom bought
So like
one.
he found a product that people were willing to buy. It made him successful and rich, even though he had a history of being a con man, it turns out. And he just squandered that by doing all this dumb shit. And I loved the day he went to the White House like a few weeks before Trump left office. They zoomed in on his little clipboard, and it said he wanted to do, what was it, martial law, but he spelled it wrong. He spelled martial the different with like Marshall, like the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty embarrassing. Yeah, what was it? The FrankSpeech.com supposed to be his like free speech platform that had like strict rules on profanity and stuff like that.
Yeah. Free speech.
Makes no fucking sense.
Free speech, but you must not take Jesus' name in vain.
You knew
You
what
can
my
only praise Trump.
word says.
You're free to echo
and you
the messages I believe in.
Yeah. You are free to do as we tell you.
still decided to say, it's okay, it's in hip and cool, love everybody, whatever you want to choose. I want to make sure God said you did a great job explaining to those kids after that school assembly that it just wasn't the right lifestyle, that you can get help, and a sin is a sin. I am not perfect. The people living this lifestyle is not perfect, but what I have a problem with is Hollywood shining lights down on this agenda, trying to tell our kids that this is a normal lifestyle that God clearly says in the Word of God is not a normal lifestyle. So you need to run from Sesame Street right now. And if your children happen to see one of these episodes, sit down with them and talk to them right after that and say, hey, I know you saw
if gay butt fucking is what it takes to shut down the Christians, then I'll start gay butt fucking tonight.
Oh yeah,
tonight.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Tonight.
Also, you got to teach little Timmy that the sharing that he learned on Sesame Street, we don't do that either.
Right.
All right. We don't do it. Like the caring for each other's part, we don't do that.
Oh,
like it's so. Yeah, you should be against everything in Sesame Street because what they teach little kids, like how to be fucking decent little humans and have like manners and understanding and shit, you have none of that.
Oh, and
bitch.
Throw out the all the educational shit too, like how to count and how to spell words and shit. That's useless too.
Sunny day.
Chasing the clouds
As long as you
away.
hate the gays.
Yeah, the irony is like if she just ignored it and let the episode play, the little kid would probably think nothing of it. The little kid has no idea about like sex and stuff or relationships. Like it's just two men on the screen at the same time, just like there is a million other times on the TV.
No, you have to explain to them about how, they probably like suck each other off and then have reach arounds and then they do butt stuff. I'm so glad we're talking about this, little Timmy.
Billy, do you have a Muppet?
Yes.
From Sesame Street?
My name's not Billy.
Oh.
I'm the counterculture mom.
Ma'am.
And this is Benny Buttfucker.
Why does he have to be named after
He's
me?
a gay. He's a gay. We're gonna chastise the gay, and that's all we have today for Bigotry Boulevard. We're gonna start our own Sesame Street. Let's do it. Let's have all let's smite people. Bigotry Boulevard. Let's go. We can make puppets, mom, counterculture mom. Let's make our own puppets and tell the kids the gay sex will send you to hell.
Dads,
they have
what do you
so
think-
many kids shows that are Christian based that say what kids will go to hell with, and they have little stupid puppets that do it. Why didn't that take off? If you're so fucking right, why isn't your fucking TV shows cool?
I remember when I was a kid, there was this Christian show that would play sometimes that was like disguised as a cartoon show. It's called Davy and Goliath. Did you guys ever see that? It was like a guy and his dog. Davy was like a little boy and Goliath was his dog.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Peabody.
Yeah.
It was like a Christian
No.
cartoon in the 80s and 90s.
Man.
Yeah, and I mean, there's like Veggie Tales.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Christian cartoon type shit.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of it out there. It all sucks. I don't know if you guys remember they had like a Christian DVD player that would edit out like anything that they thought was like too harsh out of movies for you. So I featured it on so many times I can't remember what the fuck they called it, but it's like you put in a movie and if there's like a violent scene or a cuss word or whatever, it totally edits it out for you.
That is insane. I had no idea that existed.
Try watching like a Quentin Tarantino movie in that thing.
Yeah, it's like
See what
6
happens.
minutes long.
That makes me think you guys remember Venom Fang X, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he would have had one of those because the one time we had him on a stream years ago here, he got really mad and said he was going to leave if we kept cussing. So
You better not do a
needs one of
cusser.
those. Man, I wonder whatever happened to that kid. He was something else. You know what? He was one of the reasons I started watching YouTube atheism because I saw one of his videos first, and he was such a smug little prick that I hated him so much that I started watching everyone who was making videos against him at the time.
Yeah. You wanted to see him get pwned.
Yep.
That was the back in the pwnage age.
Yep. Yeah. Richard Coughlin's Pwnage Olympics.
My mom used to watch Davy and Goliath as a kid.
Oh yeah, your mom Billy's mom watches the show sometimes, and
hi Billy's mom.
I don't visit her, so she watches the show because she misses me.
Aw.
It's not like he
You
lives
have, you
far
have a
away.
wonderful son.
So Moral Oral is basically Davy and Goliath, but like a parody, right? Have you watched Moral Oral?
No.
Yeah. So this is a clip of Moral Oral, right? Same.
Oh yeah, it looks very similar.
Yeah, this is great because Moral Oral is like a little Christian boy that gets into some hell shit. I love it.
Yeah, he's like he gets himself into this like weird situations, but he's so like innocent and like never does. Isn't that? Am I getting it wrong? He's like almost unscathed by the craziness that
He's a
that
young
happens
boy who
around.
constantly deviates from his Protestant upbringing. Though his parents, school coach, and Reverend Putty clearly impart their religious values upon him, Oral always misunderstands and for some reason believes that smoking crack is a good thing. This is a great show.
I have one more antagonism video. It's from Wild Bill for America. You ever seen this guy?
Oh, dude. Well, only on your show, of course.
Okay.
But I've seen plenty enough of fucking Wild Bill. Yeah.
There's this other guy we watch now. He goes by Trumpster Bob, and there was like this perfect storm where Trumpster Bob called Wild Bill, and like they talked for an hour. I kind of fanboyed out. It was kind of like seeing like DC and Marvel crossover to me.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
Wasn't Wild Bill some kind of law enforcement?
He claims to have been.
Yeah,
I looked for evidence of it and I couldn't find any, but who knows?
We can't prove it.
He also claims he was banned from entering Canada, but the thing was he was being very deceptive about it. He was going up there for like a far right rally and shit, and hate speech is illegal in Canada and they have the right to refuse entry of anyone. So when you go up to Canada and they go, "Why are you coming here?" you always say vacation. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to the zoo. I'm going to a hockey game. I'm going to the park. I'm going to the museum, whatever. But Wild Bill was probably like, "I'm going to a political rally." And they're like, "Oh, well, we don't have to let you in." Like they don't have to let you in. So you tell them you're just there to spend money and go to the touristy shit. That's what you do.
Not this smug dipshit.
Right.
What the fuck is Black Robe Regiment?
Oh
That doesn't
God.
sound.
That sounds very.
Yeah.
I think it's his Christian biker gang that he's in.
Over and over again, God tells us in His Word to fear not. Fear is the opposite of faith, so it's no surprise that the enemies of God bring the opposite message. Fear is the weapon of the left, and they are dedicated to creating as much fear as they can as a way of dominating.
I mean, I see it as the exact opposite. Like, I
Yeah.
see conservatism as being based on fear, fear of loss.
Fear
It's
of
always
change.
Fear of loss, fear of change.
Fear
That's
of going
always-
to hell if you piss off Sky Daddy. That's literally what they teach kids. They indoctrinate children into their religion using fear as the primary method.
And controlling all of us. The COVID-19 nonsense was the most massive fear-mongering campaign.
You're lucky you didn't get it. You're old.
Yeah, I Christianity. I gotta take this back. Christians would never call themselves, would never associate themselves with fear. Have you ever heard of a God-fearing Christian? I don't think they exist.
Right.
In American history. We were told that the virus was going to kill millions of us unless we literally
It killed millions of people worldwide.
became slaves in our own
Worldwide,
home.
And they're still
we hit over 600,000 and still climbing very slowly now because we've like rushed out vaccines and shit. I bet he's an anti-vaxxer too.
Probably.
That was a lie. And then there's
people are still dying from it, and the only reason it slowed down is because there's a
climate
vaccine.
change.
Yeah, so now most of the people dying now are unvaccinated, whether it's from laziness or from thinking it's a microchip or some shit. But now, like, a good percentage of the people getting sick, going into the hospital or whatever, are anti-vaxxers or thought it was fake to begin with. So honestly, now it's a little less troubling.
The gene pool is being purged of idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw an article that said, it was tweeted out, and it was like the death rate for 2020. It was 19. It rose by 19%. So it's like, obviously something happened, right? And I'm like, oh, well, here's good evidence that the fucking pandemic is real. So naturally, you click on the replies, and it's like, oh, the lockdowns will do that.
People
For
killing
my-
themselves from quarantine and shit.
Jesus Christ.
For my entire life, aside from the year 2020, heart disease was the #1 cause of death in the United States. But 2020 is the only year where something else other than heart disease was the #1 cause of death. That means something.
And car accidents, all that shit went way down in 2020, yet the death rate increased regardless.
Right. Yeah, because everyone was staying home, so there were less car accidents, but more people were dying.
Yeah.
Scam in world history. The weather's going to kill us all unless we vote Democrat and give them all our money. And before that, the hole in the ozone layer was going to kill us all. And before that, the new ice age.
You know what? They implemented policies, against releasing fluorocarbons and all kinds of shit in the atmosphere that made the ozone layer worse.
The CFCs and shit.
The CFCs, yeah. They put policies in place, and companies changed their practices, the aerosol sprays and shit. And they actually had a positive effect. You can look at the steps, A, B, and C, of, okay, this is a problem. What can we do to fix it? This is what we can do to fix it. Let's fix it. They decided to fix it. They did, and it worked. And this guy uses it as a fucking argument against it.
Wild Bill is the type of dipshit that is like defending some factory dumping chemicals upstream from where the water he fucking drinks.
I'm pretty sure he supported the Keystone Pipeline at some point. So,
It looks like he's ordered a few Keystone Lights in his time.
Was going to get us all.
Trumpster
These
Bob.
Trumpster Bob drinks Keystone Lights to the point of brain damage. Trumpster Bob is just crazy.
He sounds like it.
He lived in this mansion where he was like renting a room. He lives in South Texas, like right near the border, about as far south in Texas as you can possibly get. And he was renting this room in a mansion where like a bunch of people, I guess, were all renting rooms there. And he tried to call 911 to like snitch on one of his roommates there, and ended up cussing out the 911 operator because he was so drunk that he couldn't handle himself. And he ended up getting arrested for prank calling 911 and doing like a couple days in jail. And the video of like when the cops come to his house, because he was streaming live when it happened, he's smoking weed and telling the cops to fuck off while they're like knocking on his door. It's he is a fucking lunatic. And then recently, he called Federal Express and cussed them out because they wouldn't let him send $200 to Nigeria because he was getting catfished by someone in Nigeria to think there was some like pretty girl in Nigeria wanting to date him. No lie.
Jesus Christ.
And they're all like, "Sir, we're trying to protect you from fraud." And he's like, "Fuck you!" It's hilarious.
Prove to me that.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, we do this all the time.
Right.
Doomsday fear-mongering schemes allow evil politicians to sabotage our energy independence and terrorize millions of school children into believing that they're on the verge of dying slow, painful deaths. That is how we get...
I'm going back a little bit, but haven't the Nigerian scammers figured out like Bitcoin yet? Or the people that fall for those scams?
The people that get scammed have no idea how to use Bitcoin.
Yeah, they're too dumb to do that, so they have to scam
go to
them
Western
the old-fashioned
Union.
way.
And here's Bill talking about how they're scaring the kids into thinking they're going to die a slow, miserable death. Literally, the indoctrination of Christianity says if you're not a sweet little kid on earth and do as we say, you will have a long, miserable existence, eternity after you die.
Oh, I found it. I'm going to play this. This is Trumpster Bob.
Okay.
Let's get to the part where... So he's calling 911 right now and like cussing out the 911 operator.
No, put the other bitch back on her. Fuck you. No, put the other woman back on her. Fuck you.
And now he's claiming that he called a different number and it was routed to 911 because 911 takes other calls after the non-emergency number closes for the night, which is total bullshit. No other numbers route to 911. None.
No, put the other woman on or fuck
Did we
you.
see how many numbers he dialed
Piece of
when he
shit,
called?
Motherfucker. You faggot ass fucking faggot. Fuck you. Put the bitch back on or fuck you. You stole this fucking call. So fuck you.
We are part of the same species as this man.
I know. Oh my God. He puts his number out there and sometimes we'll call him and talk to him. And normally he's a total piece of shit. But then like there's been 2 times where he's all happy and he's like, "I love you guys." And he's totally like nice. It's happened like twice. It's so weird. But normally he's like, "Billy, how do you love sucking Ben's dick?" Like he'll say that. He'll try to like divide and conquer with us, but it never works.
Well, Billy.
How do I like? Well, for one, I am the top. 2,
He's on top of me while he sucks my dick.
2 feels good, man.
Oh, I did not need that mental image.
Yeah. Piece of fucking shit.
No, he's not.
Dude.
That's all I needed to know to want to move the fuck out of here.
This is dark matter after like 2 beers, by the way.
I'm way more witty.
Oh,
I'm an absolute superstar.
Yeah, actually, after 2 beers, he's kind of aggressive. After 3, he's passed out in the closet.
The cops are already there. They got there that fast. He's too drunk to even stand up.
What does he use his green screen for? That's
to hide the rest of his big ass empty room.
To put a fake mansion living room behind him. That's what he was doing for a little while.
Yeah, I finally got to turn around.
He lives in the what used to be the theater room of the mansion. So there's like this giant empty room with
It's
a
like
screen.
a projector and like surround sound.
Yeah. This house was probably drug seized or something and then given to the.
Somebody said the cops are here.
If somebody is trying to pay off a mortgage on it, that's an easier way to do it.
There was also because he did like a tour where he walked around the house and there was all these like casino games like slot machines and like a roulette table and blackjack tables and stuff in the living room of this place. So it is kind of sketchy.
And you're gonna search my pocket. I told him I'll rent a fucking room. They gonna need a goddamn search warrant.
And by the way, he told us he was 6'2" or something, and when he got arrested, it said he was 5'5".
5'5",
Yeah.
To come into
Aw.
this fucking room.
Poor little feller.
So I
He's a
really don't
garden
give
gnome.
a fuck.
I think I've understood
sir.
maybe about 5% of what he said.
Search warrant.
The cops are knocking on his bedroom
Do
door.
you got a search warrant for this fucking room? If not, fuck you. Or bust the fucking door open. Fuck you, you fucking bitch.
I think they're going to be able to
Fuck
figure out who
you.
was on that call.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Sticky says he'd come up to my boobs. I think he'd come anywhere else too.
Still
You'd earn the
fucking
name
not-
Sticky around Trumpster Bob is all I'm saying.
That's a cop knock.
Okay.
I like how the cops have to
Okay.
call him Bobby because his legal name is Bobby.
Love you, but
It's not Robert.
ain't
It's
none part
Bobby.
of it I'm scared of.
Now he's going to start smoking weed in a state where it's illegal.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Okay, do you got a search warrant?
Look at this.
Oh,
Look at the
I did not need
source.
to see that.
Yeah.
I did not need to see that.
Woof.
Oh, God.
You got a search warrant? Because if not, I'm going to sit here and smoke my marijuana.
Do you got a search warrant?
This is pretty fucking cool how he just... Cops are knocking at his bedroom door and he just lights up in his chunderwear with the frickin' pockmarks all over his
Yeah,
knees.
I don't know what that is.
It's bugs from him walking around in the deep sticks with his shorts on.
Bobby.
Ain't got shit. Hey, Bobby. How you doing, buddy? Fucking loudmouth.
So yeah, and then he got arrested. He went to jail for like 3 or 4 days. It was
Where everyone in jail offered him sex, but he
yeah,
turned them
yeah, that
down.
was one of his stories. Oh man, anytime he talks to us, he accuses us of being gay, but every time he talks to us, he starts up this weird conversation about dicks, like us sucking his dick, and he has this thing called the butthole challenge, where he wants us to put our buttholes on camera, and he'll put his butthole on camera, and it'll see that he'll have a virgin butthole, and we'll have blown out wrecked buttholes because we're gay.
Bro, you just got to do like one of these numbers. You know what I mean? Where you like zoom way in on it and starts. There you go. Bam.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's weird as fuck. And if it's his, not exactly the deepest of ruses there. To he's like, I want to see your blown out asshole.
Yeah.
Like, okay, buddy. God help whoever has to search it. You go through his search history.
I want to see your tattered shit curtains.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I heard you got some nice mud flaps, girl or boy.
So we're gonna wrap in like 5 minutes here. Billy, if there's any new Streamlabs, feel free to read those, and then we'll wrap up the last few minutes of the stream.
The internet's being terribly slow
Is it?
today. Yeah, Tristan McCoy Clemens says these people are beyond insane. I once saw a COVID denier arguing with a nurse saying she was paid off to give false info that the hospital's being overwhelmed were fake news. They gaslight people who treat COVID patients or they accuse them. Damn. DJ Fixol gave us that 666. Locust God says, both of my parents thought we were a quarter Cherokee, and I grew up believing them because my paternal grandfather was supposedly born on a reservation. Last year I took a DNA test and literally have no Native American DNA. It upsets my dad a lot. You literally wrote exactly
what happened to him.
What happened to me,
Yeah.
exactly. Like my great grandfather was born on the Cherokee Nation reservation, and his birth certificate said mulatto. on
That's
his
the
birth certificate.
number one type of native that white people claim to be too.
Yeah.
is Cherokee. I hear that all the time.
And then Vanessa Barbie gave that big love. Peepaw Julian gave that big pig. thank you guys for the downhouse tonight. We're at 42.96% of our way to our goal.
Yeah, if anyone wants to throw in to cap it off at 50%, I'll love you forever. My eternal, undying love situation.
Ben, I don't think you can fathom forever, okay?
No, I can't.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
called you out on
forever.
that.
Forever is a long time.
Forever is too long.
After this show ends, everybody, Billy and I are going to do our post show over on Twitch, twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants. And we're going to talk about stuff and cool guy stuff. So if you guys want to follow us over to Twitch, just go there, twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants. I'll link all of you guys in the chat before we sign off.
And do we have a link in the description to the goddamn podcast?
We do. So you can go there and subscribe right now. When what's your schedule like? Like, when can they expect an episode?
Yeah, so that's the thing, is that we have a conflicting schedule. You guys are on about the same time we are. We do Tuesday nights, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I believe you do 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So basically, people could come catch the end of our show after yours, or just go watch the recordings. We've been doing it for a long time. It's a weekly thing. So and there's a lot of fun ones you can go through and catch up.
I can help with that. Ignore any of the previous episodes that have drunk matter in the title.
Oh yeah, getting dark matter drunk is extremely fun.
No,
yeah, actually, we got to do that again very soon, sir. But yeah, it's there's a ton of fun stuff. We do 3 hours every week. So I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, or you like this kind of weird shit, covering weird, funny, random bullshit.
Yeah.
We do something similar to a smaller audience.
Yeah.
But we're always welcoming in new people, so come check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
And hopefully we can have you guys back on before too long. This was a fun night. Thank you for hanging.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Any damn time. Just give me some heads up, because I said, I've got 2-year-old fucking twins. My entire life is insane. I know I'm wearing the glasses as kind of my shtick, but like, I have dark bags under my eyes that were not there.
PJ is busy creating more Floridians.
I know how bad twins can be. I know how hard twins can be. I dated twins once, and once they found out about each other, I had to pretend like I didn't know they were twins. So I can only imagine being the father.
Is it true? Is it true
There's
that,
nothing to do with that, actually.
in order to have twins, don't both the mother and the father have to have the twin gene to make that happen?
I'm not sure. And like I said, I was adopted, so I have no idea.
So you had no idea if there was twins in your biological family ever.
I might have a twin for all I fucking know.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably,
Yeah.
That's true.
Anyway, but I have boy-girl twins, and it's the most expensive fucking combination, because obviously you can't share clothes or anything like that. But they're good kids. They're good kids, and but we also have a 14-year-old, about to be 14-year-old. She'll be 14 the end of this month. So we put a nice 11-year gap between kids for whatever fucking insane reason I was thinking.
Because you wanted to enjoy your 40s.
Yeah, well, nobody plans for twins, nobody.
Yeah.
So it's always like a wrench in the machine, and it changes everything instantly. I'll tell you what, I slept maybe 6 hours a week for the first 2 months, because they did this shit where they one would be up and the other one would fall asleep, and they didn't sleep long enough, and I turned into a different person.
I bet, yeah.
You know what I mean? When you feel like you're dreaming when you're awake, and it's fucking just absolutely deranged, and people are like, bro, you look kind of fucking crazy. I'm like, yeah, I'm sleeping fucking 45-minute chunks. I'm dying here. Anyway. All right.
45-minute chunks was actually the name of my orgies I used to do back in the day.
5-minute chunk.
I fucking love you, Billy.
The name of my orgies. Your orgies had a name.
Yeah, it was the 45-minute chunks. Good time.
Did you get a banner made? Welcome to 45-minute chunks?
It started out no banner. By the end, we had a mural on the wall of shit and piss and blood.
Are you sad that Chunk is now Chunk from the Goonies is now thin?
No.
Okay.
Because I just tell people I was Chunk from the Goonies. I used to do comedy nights saying I was former child actor. I had a picture of Chunk next to my new. No, but I was thinking about doing that, just stealing that gimmick. Big former child actor Billy the Fridge, and have a picture of Chunk next to me. Then I just book myself at clubs, and they're like, "Oh, I was the guy that played Chunk. Let's watch him." And then I'm like, "Hey, yeah." I never allude. I might make some stories about Josh Brolin and Corey Feldman. Like they used to tape my buns together and wrestle me.
We can get William Control
And make
to
you
come
do the
back
truffle
and
shuffle.
say he's Corey Feldman. Everyone says he looks like Corey Feldman.
It's easy.
Yeah.
All right. Again, thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I hope we can have you on again before too long. But I understand that being a damn father of twins, that's exciting and horrible.
If you guys give me heads up, I will make myself available because I enjoy this show very much. So thank you very much for having me on.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Have a good night too.
Thank you for having me on too. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys are welcome back anytime. We can get Drew on here too if he wants to come on too.
Sure.
All right. So, and we're going directly into our Twitch stream. So we're gonna say goodbye to you guys now, and good night to all the rest of you.
Twitch.tv/Drunken Peasants right now.
Do it.
Love you guys.
Love you too, man.
Love you too.
Good
Bye,
night.
man.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.